the election where them do. We still they wait for the change. All the promise when they make, it don't be like saying a fake. Where the money?
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. He go touchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we loud, Maiyegun don't come, my people make we shout, Maiyegun don't come, Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, Maiyegun don't come, Maiyegun Diary Politico, Maiyegun don't come, this one not the off in mind, Maiyegun don't come, and in the touchlight every corner, Maiyegun don't come. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you louder, Maiyegun don't come, my people make we shout, Maiyegun don't come, Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, Maiyegun don't come, Maiyegun Diary Politico, Maiyegun don't come, this one not the off in mind, Maiyegun don't come, person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun Diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, Maiyegun don't come, my people make you shout, Maiyegun don't come, Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, Maiyegun don't come. Now I'm on, I'm on, do. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun now I'm on, do.
Good evening to you, good morning to you, good afternoon to you from wherever you are watching from. And yes, this is Maiyegun live.
Facebook, glory YouTube, Maiyegun Diary, gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí. Maiyegun Diary, àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun Diary.
Thank you very much for joining me.
Bó bá ṣe àní Maiyegun máa wí.
Share the broadcast, invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and tell them that Maiyegun today.
Maiyegun Diary Politico. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun Diary. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹ́kọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́nu. Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Tell them. Thank you for joining me. Thank you. Say it out loud. Thank you.
Lórí Facebook.
Thank you so much for joining me tonight from wherever you are watching from. This is Maiyegun live. And as you are joining, remember, you have to drop your offerings before you settle down. That is the culture here, the tradition. In the temple of truth, once you join us. And trust me, you won't regret joining us, especially if you join us with an open mind. Okay? Where you join with an open mind to hear something new and an opportunity for you to see things in a different perspective. It is all to help you understand the displaced, unfair contraption called Nigeria. The conspiracy runs deep, and it is better for you to understand it well before you become a victim of something you would love to defend all your life. Nigeria. That is what we do on MaiyegunsDiary Politico. People who can have a deeper thought and at the same time put action into their words. Not just talk. We are also acting. So you are welcome to the Temple of Truth. Subscribe if you haven't. Like the video before you settle down. Check, for those of you who are regulars, check your notification settings. Are they all set on? So that you don't miss anything on MaiyegunsDiary Politico. Let us get started. Once again, good evening to you. Good morning to you. Good afternoon to you from wherever you are watching from. If you are watching this right now, this hour, then it is live. If you are watching a replay, you know what that means. So thank you for joining me. Something came to light. I should have titled this broadcast, Buhari and gang must be arrested for the crimes against humanity, the ones they have committed against the indigenous people of Nigeria. That's something I should have given, the rider to this broadcast. However, the rider says that Boko Haram, the Boko Haram terrorists, that they have told you that they have technically defeated. It was the Boko Haram that splitted into other terror group that you have in northern Nigeria today. Ask me, how did I know? For those of us who have been keeping track of all of their atrocities, their modus operandi, and the way they get away with everything as well, it is easier, not far or hard to tell, that this crook, they are terrorists. And they are from the branch of Boko Haram, where we now have the Fulani terrorists within them pursuing an ethnic agenda. So, prior to 2015, the war on terror in Nigeria is completely focused on the Boko Haram terrorists, with the efforts or purported efforts to make sure that they never spread to the other part of northern Nigeria or the rest of Nigeria. That was pre-2015. Then these rogues and jihadists came in, right? And suddenly, Boko Haram took a sort of the pipe low. Their activities suddenly reduced. For the first 6 months of this APC, what they were doing was to diversify. That is, make the terrorism industry a bigger, lucrative business. And what happened after the first 6 months? Remember when the cyberbarians, the Buhari idiots, the Mumumadus, the Bele lecturers, the Mumu lecturers, the Buhari Deans, the Buhari Diderins, the Buhari Denotus, the Buhari Dijatus, the Buhari Shukus, the Ungo Ziaris, the Une Kaharis, the obedient fools, the sophisticated morons, the social media bandits, the Facebook adsmen. Do you remember initially when they were talking about the body language of Buhari, that his body language suddenly was generating electricity? His body language suddenly had defeated Boko Haram. Now fast forward to 2016. In 2016, suddenly there was a division within the camp of the Boko Haram. Alhaji Shekau became the target of his own comrades, his own terrorist brothers and sisters. He became their target. Their rank was infiltrated. Last 2016, they decided to kill Alhaji Shekau. But before they killed Alhaji Shekau, faction was created within Boko Haram. That was what gave birth to ISWAP, Islamic State for West African Province, ISWAP, with their own allegiance pledged to the ISIL in Iraq, Syria. So things started going worse then. Also, when they were diversifying the terrorism industry in Nigeria under this APC, from nowhere, the clashes between herders and farmers escalated. Usually, historically, the clashes between herders and farmers were always whenever the herders trespassed on the farmers' farms. Clashes of you destroy my farm, you destroy my crop, or you killed my cow were always the historical fight between the Fulanis and the indigenous people of Nigeria. But when this APC Egbekegbe came in, that changed. The Fulanis are now claiming the expansion agenda. We call it expansionist agenda, land grabbing, to wipe out what they call the ethnic cleansing. Through what they call the ethnic cleansing, wipe out all the locals, as many as they can, villages, communities. While these terrorists are being armed and the Boko Haram faction were breaking up, Nigerians were being lied to. On the other hand, the government of APC, Egbekegbe, they were putting together laws, bills. They were going to checkmate Nigerians if they started asking questions, or if they should resort into opposition to some of the ideas that are meant to complement the land grabbing or the land grab agenda of the Fulani terrorists from the Sahel. So they hide it. They hide this behind one Nigeria. So they started bills, making laws to ensure the resettlement of the migrating nomad Fulanis, rather than them to settle down within the locals like everyone else, relate with them, enough that you can be allowed to stay around them. They unleashed terror on them. Now listen to this. Oh, this is where things started getting complicated. Okay, while the pre-2015, it was the Boko Haram with an agenda of Islamizing Nigeria. That was the Boko Haram agenda. Okay, you are considered infidels if you are not a Muslim or their own type of Muslim or Islam. That was the agenda of Boko Haram. So when their faction broke into about 3, the accusation against Alhaji Shekau by other terrorists in Boko Haram camp was that Alhaji Shekau is not brutal enough. That means the act of terror is not being carried out enough. The jihad of Allah is not being carried out enough. Nigeria is still a secular state. Christians are still here. Other people who call themselves atheists are still here. That is unacceptable. We need a caliphate. That caliphate will not be in Sokoto. The caliphate will not be in Kano. The caliphate will be at the seat of power in Nigeria. And everybody will have to abide by that. That was the agenda of Boko Haram. But the agenda of the Fulani terrorists, who now surfaced suddenly, it is no longer about farmers' other clashes. But we're hiding behind that for years to deceive Nigerians who, before their eyes, the situation of insecurity escalated beyond what they could ever imagine when they were deceived into taking an agreement with APC, Egbekegbe. The change, they now changed to chain. And then they came back again for what they called next level. And I remember telling people here, I said, there is no next level other than the next devil. Are you with me? So this is how they industrialized terrorism in Nigeria, by giving different narrative to these terrorists. So what do we do to stop the farmers-others clashes? But they were hiding the ethnic cleansing, the land grabbing, the renaming of villages, and appointing Sultan Emir into Christian communities. Look at this map. Just a quick reminder, by the way, okay? Look at this map, right? This is the original map of what is today's Nigeria. So if you want to know who are those who make up Nigeria, look at this on your screen, okay? This is the indigenous map of the owners of the people who currently occupies the space called Nigeria, okay? So from the north, down to the middle belt, down to the south, and to the creek. You can tell which tribe lives where historically, right? Now, this is what is changing, all right? This is what is changing. The Fulanis are taking over that yellow place. And the way they have been doing it, right, is that they, from 1807, they did, after the jihad that, that killed all of the Hausa leaders, community leaders and the rest of them, all of their leaders, that killed them. So the Fulanis then, right, managed to integrate themselves to this part that is yellow. So they speak Hausa. Therefore, everybody believes that the agenda of the Fulanis to grab land, grab power, kill people, or get away with it is also in consonant with the agenda of the entire northern Nigeria. Now, this myth is beginning to fade now, okay? The people who are being wiped out in northern Nigeria and their communities are being replaced by the newly Fulanis. This is what is going on in Nigeria. Whatever they say is part of the cover-up. That's why I said the conspiracy runs deep, okay? Now, you see these upper parts where you have the Hausas, where you have the Manga, the Bade, the Bole, the Bura, the Kanuri, where you have all these people, right? These places have now been occupied by Fulani terrorists with the help of the Fulani elite and Hausa elite. All right? Now, in fact, where is the other one? One moment. So the conspiracy runs deep. So initially, the Hausa in the north, and the other tribes and the ethnic nationalities in the northern Nigeria, they couldn't come in kind of opposition to these killings. But now they are realizing that they have been the target of the ethnic cleansing. The same thing that is targeted at other ethnic nationalities in Nigeria. How? When the Fulani terrorists, are carrying out attacks, the Boko Haram, when they are carrying out attacks, the government of Nigeria said they have technically defeated Boko Haram, so they can't really attack anymore. But when you look at how the attacks of the Fulani terrorists are being carried out, then you realize that these are also the Boko Haram, that the government of Nigeria now said they are just others clashing with farmers. How could others clash with farmers and children, women in their homes are slaughtered, are killed? Many of them are kidnapped. How could you call that others farmers clash when it's pure ethnic cleansing, right? So the government of Nigeria, using the camouflage of others farmers clashes, right? They decided to put together laws that would then integrate these terrorists into the society of Nigeria. How? They started with what they called social media bill. Another bill, I think, free speech bill, hate speech bill. If you ever come out to criticize them that they are ignoring these terrorists or pardoning them, that is hate speech against the government. You will be, once they pass the law, you will be going to jail for 10 years for just saying they are killing us, so the Fulani terrorists are killing us, so for saying that alone. That is one of the laws, to gag the people. They now sent a circular to all the media houses, and they said whenever they are reporting the clashes between herders and farmers, they must not use Fulani herders. In fact, for the second time, they sent another circular. They said they should not report all the clashes again. That the clashes are causing division in Nigeria. It's causing division among Nigerians. So the media should help the government and just talk about other things, not about the death. Do you understand the systemic way they are trying, or the systemic way we got to this stage? For some of you who probably are saying, how did we get here, Self? I'm giving you the deadline or the timeline now. Then they decided to also push what they called water bill or waterway bill. Waterway bill, before that, the same Boko Haram government in Nigeria, led by Buhari, APC, Egbekegbe, they proposed cattle colony passionately. They proposed rural grazing area, Ruga. Then they came with waterway bill. So what is cattle colony? Cattle colony will be all the federal government land in all of the part of Nigeria, especially southern Nigeria. All the lands, they will now be converted into cattle colony where Fulani terrorists are resettled officially. And you must welcome them. Rural grazing area, which is the idea of the committee led by fake Pastor Ruga Ikene Shatabandu, the special advisor to Boko Haram on burial arrangements, condolences visits, and trader money. I am talking about the Ikene Shatabandu star boy. His committee came out, their own solution to farmers' herders clashes was for people to give lands, and government would then give money to develop the place, build schools, build hospitals, build markets, build their stores, build ranches for them, so that they won't kill the indigenous people in Nigeria. Are you mad? People sought through the lies, through the charade. They rejected it. Then when that didn't fly, they decided to push waterway bill, waterway law. What is waterway law? They said the reason why the herders and farmers are clashing in Nigeria was because of a dissertation. They call them desertation or something like that, whereby there is no water in the Sahara desert. And because there is no water to give to their cows, that is why the terrorists with their cows are coming down to the south of Nigeria, because Boko Haram opened the border in northern Nigeria. So they said the reason why they are having all these clashes was because the Sahara deserts don't dry, no water. So because there is no water, they needed the area that is green, and that is southern Nigeria. And that is why they are kidnapping us. That is why they are killing us. That is why they are destroying our farms. And that is why they are destroying our economy. And that is why they locked our border. All of this to force us to comply. Now, if we want peace, we might just have to give up our water and waterway. Do you know that there is actually a law that gives all the control of Nigerian waterway or waterways to the federal government of Nigeria? Do you know that? But that law doesn't give them the right to the land or the bank of the rivers or the bank of the sea, the land that is next to the water. They have no control over that. So which means they can't put their cows And the Fulani invaders, they can't put them on water. Waterway bill will give them that. How? Their waterway bill says, since all of the water in Nigeria is controlled by the government of Nigeria, Nigerian government need 10 kilometers of land from that water. Look at it this way. Those of you who are living in Yoruba land, close your eyes for a minute. Whatever water that comes to mind, any water that comes to mind, Lagos Bar Beach, Ekpe Ikorodu water, or what do you call it? Go to Ogun State, Ogunpa, and all those water that you know. Now close your eyes and think it for just 1 minute. That 10 kilometers, the land from the bank of the water, the river, the land, 10 kilometers far away, all of us need to move. The land will belong to the government of Nigeria so that it is enough to resettle all of the Fulani and their cows at the river banks, every river, in Igbo land, in Yoruba land, in Biafra land, in Ijo land, every land. So we raised the alarm. That is unacceptable. That is actually not real. This is impossible. Why are the Tifnumbu of this world not talking? Why are the APC, Yoruba APC, PDP Yoruba in the National Assembly, why are they not talking? It's because if they talk under Buhari, they will be considered as enemy of Nigeria. This one that I am telling you, to a Buhari idiot, to a Sai barbarian, or to the Abrodian Buhari idiots, the Mumu Madu, the Bele lecturer, the Mumu lecturer. What I am telling you right now is going to cause division in Nigeria, not the attempt of government to make sure that you learn how to live with your killers. That is what Femi Oponu Adesina said. Garbage Shehu, Femi Oponu Adesina. These two people who are the clowns called the presidency. The presidency of Nigeria, they said, you need to learn how to live with your killers. Your land or your life. And people said, both. Yorubas, the Biafrans, they said, both. Our land and our life belong to us. We will not give them up. And you will not take them from us without a fight. That is what makes us enemy. People want to create problem. Government is trying to create solution. How can a solution of taking people's land be the solution that will stop the killings? And how does that justify the thousands of people that have been killed by these terrorists? And no single one has been either prosecuted or jailed for any of this crime. You just read about them. And they say, stop shouting, stop screaming, stop complaining. You are a problem. You hate Nigeria. It's because you don't like Nigeria. How can you be abroad? You are calling for Nigeria to break up. You are doing this and that. Because their government told them that their killers are not terrorists. They are bandits. How do you see terrorists as bandits and think you will still have the same determination to fight them? Your government is not fighting them. You know what? Your government is spending unbudgeted, unaccounted for billions of your naira to feed the rehabilitated, repentant terrorists, even though they have no dime to pay for your school and your staff and your teachers. Think about that. They wanted the land. And the government of Nigeria under Buhari wanted to give them that. People have been killed. Thousands. So that's how terrorism became an industry in Nigeria. You can't talk about it anyhow. You can't say much about it. And if you want to talk about it, just make sure that you don't blame APC. You don't blame Buhari. You don't point fingers at them. Just find somebody else to point fingers at. You know, when they first came in, first they blamed the weather. No, sorry. First, they blamed the PDP. Later, they blamed the people that voted for them that they are impatient. Later, they blamed the weather. Later, they started blaming the enemy of Nigeria. Now, they are actually like, later, they even blamed God. They said, God knows why this is happening. They've blamed everyone, but not themselves, because they are responsible for the death of all the Nigerians who needlessly killed by terrorists since these terrorists came to power. So, if you have anything in mind that you are looking forward to at all, that thing should be a day that Buhari and gang, they will have no authorization anymore. They will have no immunity. They have no cover anymore to get away with what they have committed, the crime they have committed. So Kaduna Abuja Expressway, Kaduna Abuja train attack. The Boko Haram have now come out to say it was them that did it. They killed over 80 people. They kidnapped over 170 people. And as we are speaking right now, they are keeping over 160 people right now. Then they released one of the VIP that they also picked on that train. They said when they attacked the train, it was so coordinated, well coordinated. They bombed the track, derailed the train, and the coaches, they know the coaches they were targeting. The first one is the VIP coach, which is always, I think, at the front. So they went there. They kidnapped all the VIPs who have abandoned the road, who have abandoned the airports, who are now hiding in the crowd to take the train. So they kidnapped as many as they could from them. They killed some of them, okay? Some people have been burying their dead now, all right? Then when they kidnapped those, they will kidnap among the VIP, in which the director of Bank of Agriculture in Nigeria was one of them. When they kidnapped those VIP, they went into the general public. Those of you who are always the side barbarians, those of you who are the one Nigerian, those of you who are defending your terrorist leaders, those of you who love your oppressors differently, and those of you who believe that God knows best is going to fix it. We don't need to fight your leaders. You don't need to criticize them. That is not what the Bible says. That is not what the Quran says. They now went into that general public, and that is when they started killing spree. That's where they killed over 70 people, especially those who are resisting to be kidnapped. And successfully, they took all those they kidnapped into the forest, and they are still with them as you are watching this video. So they then released one, and they said they were releasing him, the director of a Bank of Agriculture. We are releasing him because of his age, and we are also releasing him in the spirit of Ramadan. So this is when they now know that it was the Boko Haram who carried out the Abuja rail attack. Okay? So, and they said Buhari knows what they want, and that they have the capacity to take over the government of Nigeria because they have already infiltrated your security, your security platforms, your security apparatuses. They are in your DSS. They are in your military. They are in your your Air Force. They are in your Navy. They are in every other component of your security apparatus in Nigeria. They have infiltrated everything. They are in different political positions to make sure that if they decide to take over Nigeria, like Afghanistan, now from that your southern Nigeria, you go to shout impossible, impossible. But guess what? You have no capacity to fight them. Do you know that? These terrorists are the only people who have the capacity, okay, to wage a war, and they will defeat the Nigerian army. You will see Nigerian army, they will be surrendering to them, okay? Some of you will say Nigerian military, Nigerian security, they are so big, they can crush them anytime they want. You are still deceiving yourselves. And that is one of the reasons why some of you are waiting for 2023, that maybe when Buhari is gone, another person will come, and that person will now import this new military, new Air Force, new DSS, new police to come and work in Nigeria and chase out the terrorists who have infiltrated everywhere. Is that not why some of you are hoping when Buhari is gone, this whole thing will die down? You have no idea where they have taken you to yet. You have no idea. Guys, give me a sec. I'm going to take a break just to get some drink. But I will say, yeah, watch this.
da tsohuwana da nake da shi aka ce in fita, amma ina son shaida muku cewa na ba al'umma a baya da dama kuma suna cikin yanayin da suna buƙatar taimako da ɗaukaka na a fito da su da wuri. Ina fata gwamnati za ta samu shugabannin wannan ƙungiya sai magana da su don a samu fito da su da wuri. Salamu alaikum.
Sani kuma cewa wannan takaitacce ne abin da muke faɗi. Ko ku gaggauta zuwa ku bincike mu ko kuma mu maida
just play a little bit of it because after this broadcast, YouTube may send me a message to mute that segment of that broadcast because it may sound like we are supporting these terrorists and all of them, okay? So, but you probably didn't hear what they are saying. What they are saying in there is that they are releasing him, all right? And they are releasing him because of Ramadan and because he's an old man. Let me give you the face of the man. They paid 100 million naira. 100 million naira for his release. He is one of those kidnapped on that train. Among those who took appointments from Buhari because they are from northern Nigeria. Okay? Those who took appointments, they are appointed because they are from the north. This old man is the chairman, or let me say managing director for the Nigeria Bank of Agriculture. So he couldn't travel by road. He has the money to go by road with all the security guiding him. He knows that they will kill him like a chicken. They will kill everybody guiding him, right? So he decided to just mingle with the public and just go through the train. So they kidnapped him. And from the reports, they had to sell his house in Abuja. 100 million naira was paid to the terrorist. Okay, in order to free him. And that is the Boko Haram terrorists who are fighting for Allah. Now look at this. This is Kaduna, right? If you look at your screen, you will realize how many Nigeria military base or Nigeria security base or what have you is in that area. That state is like the Pentagon of Nigeria. That is where you will know that the terrorists have invaded every office there, every location, military post there. They have killed soldiers like, say, there be nothing. Do you get that now? They have killed all the soldiers, everybody inside it. They have carted away weapons that can start war. In one of the weapons, one of those guys who were with that old man, one of those terrorists with the old man in that video you watched earlier, right? In one of the weapons, one of them was holding, I don't know the name now, but some of you know the name. They said that weapon is worth over $50,000. That weapon alone, $50,000. You know how they got access to all those weapons? Some of them, they got them through the supply from the same black market that Nigeria controls, right? And majority of those weapons are the weapons that Nigeria bought with Nigeria money they borrowed, though. And they stockpiled them in Kaduna. So these terrorists, whenever they know that Nigeria has received any weapons, what they will do is that they will just go into the base, be it a Nigerian Police College, Nigerian Navy, where's that? One sec. One moment, guys. Be it, what do you call it? One moment, yeah. So be it Nigerian Police College or Nigerian Air Force training, Nigeria, where's the other one? The Nigeria Defense Academy, Nigerian Army Operations Base, Nigerian Navy School of Armament, Nigerian Army Depot, Nigerian Army School of Artillery, Nigerian Armed Forces Command and Staff College, Jaji, right? So these are the military concentration in one single state that has come under and seen the endless terrorist attack that they said they are just disgruntled boys. Under this terrorist, under this terroristic government, we have seen and witnessed in 7 years, where people, mass kidnapping have taken place, they've taken place, and their family members had to pay ransom for the freedom of those their family members kidnapped by these terrorists over the years, right? We had the government college Kagara, we have government college Kankara, Katsina State. We have a girls college Jangebe, Zamfara. We have a federal government college, Yauri, Kebi. We have Islamic school, Tegina. We have a Bethel Baptist High School, Kaduna. We have a forestry college, Kaduna. We have a Greenfield University, Kaduna, where mass students have been kidnapped by these terrorists and their family members have been made to sell their properties in order to free their loved ones from their captors. So these are the only people who can start war currently in Nigeria. These terrorists have shot down fighter jets. They have kidnapped, they have attacked military bases and kidnapped their soldiers. They have cut off people's heads. But the Nigerian government's book, apart from all those sweet words and those bragging, it shocked you, it shocked me. Buhari has been shocked, electrified for 7 years. But it was all deliberate. All deliberate. They are the only people who can capture Abuja. And you will be seeing Nigerian soldiers. They will be pledging allegiance instead of seeing them to fight, because they have been weakened from within. Buhari's government, despite all the display and the money they spent on defense, they have weakened the Nigerian military, Nigerian security from within. All right. There is also a weakened internal support for the Nigerian military or Nigerian police. In a way, you are on your own. The terrorists can strike anytime. And when they do, they will, the war that you don't want to fight, the self-defense that you don't support, the breakup of Nigeria that you don't support, you automatically want to support it then. When you realize that the jihadists, they have taken most part of northern Nigeria, and there you are, your Nigerian soldiers have become captives. Nobody is coming to protect you. Nobody is coming to fight for you. Nobody is coming to save you. Politicians will run away. Yes, they will run away. Trust me, they will run away. Your politicians, whether they are Yoruba, whether they are Igbo, whether they are Ijaw, even whether they are from the northern Nigeria, they will disappear because these guys, they have the capacity. So when the future is so bleak like that, and Buhari's government is still hell-bent, right, in shutting everybody down, in killing everybody that raises any alarm, in jailing everybody they called opposition to what they are doing, in also silencing the people from the report of ethnic cleansing, which is a crime against humanity. So people who are keeping the record, they should know this. Even if Buhari die, we will exhume his bones. His bones will serve the jail for the crime he's committed. Now think about those of them who are still young, who are helping him to perpetrate this. Those who can hear the terrorists when they talk, those who know the location of the terrorists, those who decided that they are not going to use force to neutralize these terrorists. But these same characters, they are there in eastern Nigeria. They are killing innocent people. They are kidnapping innocent people. They are jailing innocent people. And they are bragging about it. Guess what? They won't get away with it. So it should have been, everyone should be working towards the automatic arrest of Buhari for the crime against humanity. They can't come back from this. They will never come back from this. It is what they have created. The monster and the Nigeria they have created. Yorubas have the right to say we don't want to be part of it. The Igbos have the right to say they don't want to be part of it. And that is why genuine and reasonable people are asking for what they call the national conversation. Okay? National conversation. Whereby everybody can come together and discuss and decide if they still want to be part of this present contraption that the Fulani terrorists and their friends have brought upon Nigeria. The one that is now pretty much like, we are damned, we are done for, and we're like, we are left with no choice. Some of us believe that we have choices, and those criminals will not make a choice for us. They will not be the ones to make the choices for us. We will make our own choices simply because of the truth that we know. And the truth that we know, we will not make us accept the lies that they have told us for so long, no matter the name they call us. See, this is why they said we want to divide Nigeria. This is why they said that we don't mean well for Nigeria. But look at it this way. There is one report. This time around, it is also to give you the insight into what it is like, even in northern Nigeria, where terrorists reign supreme, and the current reality of the Nigeria, the terrorist capital of Africa.
But the voice of Isaac. On Sunday, the 20th of March, 2022, There was a massacre at Kagoro with over 33 lives lost. Kagoro has seen more than 7 attacks in the last 3 months. Sometime last year, we buried 38 villagers from Abun and Madamai communities. Over 40 were killed at Kukumdaji. Zipak has buried 15. Zawokataf has lost over 600 people. And our communities have lost over 1,200 people. Let us not talk about the villages deserted numbering over 120. Children no longer go to school, but have assumed the roles of vigilantes in their localities. What we are seeing is a deliberate act of wiping out a certain people based on their tribe and religion, while the world keeps mum. What is happening cuts across the middle belt of Nigeria to include southern Kebbi, northern Niger, the FCT, Kogi, Benue, Kwara, Plateau, Nasarawa, southern Kaduna, southern Gombe, southern Bauchi, Taraba, southern Adamawa, and southern Borno State. Over 200 ethnic groups with a population of over 40 million being a target of annihilation by a murderous Fulani people who deceive the entire world that it is a farmers, herders conflict. Governor Nasir Rufai, you are a colossal failure because you have failed to protect the people you promised to secure during your campaign days. These people are now scattered in hamlets and feeding at the mercies of other people. You are a total failure, and no matter how far you've come in this life, posterity shall see you as a combination of little Hitler, little Putin. Brigadier General Issa Ali, I mince no words with you, but the rank of an army general has been watered down under your watch as the commander, Operation Save Heaven, Jaws. You watched the massacre of helpless villagers under your watch, and no arrests have been made. It's a vigilante leader not better than you. The Nigerian Army, Air Force, Navy, Police, NSCDC, you have all failed every villager, child, woman, man, old man, raped, killed, or kidnapped. You have failed us, and we seek you to either defend us or let us defend ourselves. Dear Nigerians, it is a genocide, and they know it. Enough is enough. Southern Kaduna is bleeding. It is time to rise up and save our land, or we all perish.
It is a terrorist agenda. We are going home. Buhari grazing route of the killers. We are going home. Janja with our fries going home. Ayalabago Oduduwa is going home. Janja with the do crack. We are going home.
Thank you very much. This is the tweet of the man that is now the governor of Kaduna State, where this mass killing, ethnic cleansing, genocide are really at the highest, and there is nothing that all of the security posts in Kaduna could do about it. He said this in 2012. We will write this for all to read. Anyone, soldier or not, that kills the Fulani takes a loan, repayable one day, no matter how long it takes. For those who actually know what that means, El Rufai became the governor of Kaduna in 2015. And the Kaduna people who fought the Fulani invaders prior to 2015, majority of them have been slaughtered, including their own royal fathers. I'm talking about powerful, supposed powerful royal fathers killed in order to send the jitters down the spine of everyone that tries to question them. He said this. You remember when I told you that Nigeria always reward criminals? The level of your crime will determine the reward you will get if you belong in Nigeria. It is a country that rewards criminals. This criminal is a governor. And before you know it, he is likely going to be your president one day as well. When he became governor, he said he traveled all over Africa to tell all the Fulanis who left Nigeria because Nigerians won't part with their land from northern Nigeria. He said, come back now. Your brother is now the president. Your brother is now the governor. You can come back. If you lost your cows, we will pay. If you lost anything during the time, just come back. Since then, the people of Southern Kaduna, who are majorly Christians, including those who are Muslims, they have paid ultimate prices under this APC. So when you are looking for those, the genocidists and their sponsor in government, in military, and everybody that is standing up to defend them in this one Nigeria, please don't just talk about the problems. You must always never forget to name the people behind this whole atrocity. Don't pretend and start asking yourself, how did we get here? We know how we got here. Listen to this as well. I am going to be quiet now.
Now, I want to address Nigerians and the international community about the current happenings in northern Nigeria. Although it's not only northern Nigeria, it's the entire country, but most particularly northern Nigeria. And I want to address the indigenous Nigerians and the Hausa people, particularly in Nigeria. You know, we need to rise up. We need to open our eyes. The Fulanis are moving all villages, killing people, rampaging communities. You know, they have no respect for religion. Fulani man has no respect, whether you are a Muslim or you are a Christian. I myself that is addressing you, I'm a Hausa person. These people have no regard for religion. If you are thinking it's about religion, you better open your eyes. The indigenous people in this country and the Hausa people need to rise up and open their eyes. This is not about religion. It's about ethnic cleansing. The Fulani people want to eliminate the indigenous Nigerians. Now, in my local government, Giwa local government of Kaduna State, it's a local government that is 99% Hausa people by tribe. But as I'm talking to you, over 4 days now, the Fulani militias have killed over 200 persons. And among them include my own relations. They have burnt houses. They have destroyed both Christians and Muslims. So it is high time for particularly the indigenous northern Hausas to unite themselves against this onslaught. If those that are in position of authority, if you think this is about religion, then you are still sleeping. This is not about religion. This is about ethnic cleansing. They are trying to eliminate the indigenous, Nigerians, the indigenous northerners, and take over their lands. This is about land grabbing. I'm telling you, in the Zangwantama community in your local government, which comprises of over 60 to 70 villages, cluster of villages, there have been so far now, over 100 people have been killed, houses burnt, their cows, their cattle that they use for, farming, for construction of ridges and all that, they have been scattered away, their houses, their cars, all their properties. As I'm talking to you right now, they have left their communities, they have run away to other places, the bushes, and even some of them have moved towards Zaria. How can you expect, a farmer to move into the city to do what? To do what, for God's sake? It is high time for Nigerians to wake up. It is high time for the Hausas to wake up. The Fulanis are blindfolding our eyes, the Hausas. I'm a Hausa person, and I'm talking with passion. The Fulanis have used religion to blindfold us, to think that it is about religion. No, it is not about religion. It is about ethnic cleansing. It's high time for the Hausas. Thank God, this broadcast, I believe, is going to be pushed into the group that comprises of all the houses, the indigenous houses, and with the effort making to unite the houses, to rise up against this onslaught. So I want you to understand, this since is not about religion. It's not about religion. It's about ethnic cleansing. The same thing that is happening in southern Kaduna, where the indigenous southern Kaduna are being eliminated by the Fulanis. The same thing is also happening in northern Kaduna, where they are purely Hausas. So it's not about religion. If you heard that people are being butchered in southern Kaduna, houses, communities burnt, and you are happy and you think it's about Christians, now you better open your eyes. It's not about Christians. I'm a Hausa person. Our Giwa local government, which is in northern Kaduna, many parts of Katsina, Zampara many people have been eliminated. Now, I want you to know right now, as I'm talking to you, someone in Mayo community and Kaya, there are villages, over 100 villages in that axis. It belongs to the western part of Gio local government. Of course, just to mention, about a few months ago, the house of the person representing us at the state level now, the State House of Assembly, was killed by the bandits. So, and this man too is a Hausa person, is a Muslim. So it's not about religion. I want you to understand that this thing is not about religion. It's about ethnic cleansing. Right now, as I'm talking right now, this evening, they have started operation from about 5 p.m. up to this time that I'm talking to you right now. The Fulani militias are still there operating, killing people, burning houses, raping our women, kidnapping those that they can kidnap. This enough is enough. This is not just kidnapping, it's even more than kidnapping. This is an invasion. Now, I want you to know that Giwa local government is one of the major, agricultural community in Nigeria. Giwa alone can feed the entire Nigeria. Now, Giwa market, for instance, Giwa grain market is one of the largest, grain market in Nigeria. So if the inhabitants of Giwa local government are chased away by the bandits, now that will have multiply effect. That will have negative consequences, not just on the livelihood of the people, the inhabitants of Giwa local government, but the entire economy of Kaduna State and the entire community, economy of Nigeria. Farmers are living, are running. Farmers are coming to the city. What will they come to the city and do? What will they eat? So it's high time for those in authority. Now, if you are hearing me and you are in authority, you have a say, and if you keep quiet because you don't want to die, you will eventually die. You will eventually die, whether you like it, whether you like it or not. The governorship aspirant, from Katsina that was killed by the bandits some couple of months ago on his way from, Katsina to Abuja, to Abuja on the Kaduna-Abuja road. Did he knew that he was going to be killed? So if you think you are in position and you don't want to talk so that you will not be killed, you will still be killed. We that have chosen to come out and talk, we will still be alive. I know there is no devil in heaven and on earth that can eliminate my life. So if you will come out and talk, and get what is supposed to be done, to be done, it's better for you to rise up and talk. I've spoken to many military, those in the military sector. They have complained to me of, a lot of logistic issues, which is affecting their operations. All this is not worth it. And I want to assure you that, this is a conspiracy. This is a serious conspiracy. Why? Because on the 24th of March, which is on Thursday, that the kidnappers started this operation, the network of the entire axis of western part of, Giwa, that is on the Mayo, ceased. So, they couldn't even call for help at the right time because the network has ceased. So what does that mean? That means it's a conspiracy. Turji, the head of kidnappers, who is resident in Zamfara, has came out on the social media, has claimed responsibility for hundreds of lives, that have been killed, and yet nothing has been done to him. Which kind of governless country are we in? Life in Nigeria, in northern Nigeria particularly, most especially in Giwa local government, is becoming poor, brutish, nasty, and short. Life is becoming uncertain. Which kind of situation is this? I am calling on well-meaning individuals who can speak, whose voice can be heard, to rise up and speak against this evil. This is evil, and this evil will consume everyone eventually if we keep quiet. If you think you are in the city, if you think where you are is saved, and therefore you will keep quiet, I'm telling you, a time will come, even those in the city will not be spared. About some months ago, Zaria, which is a city, the second largest city in Kaduna State after the main, Kaduna city, has experienced a lot of, kidnappers attempts and all that. So don't say you are in the city and you will keep quiet. And even if you think you are saved, what about your relations? What about your relations that are in the villages? So let's come out and talk against this evil, and not just talk, but act against this evil. Those that have access to President Buhari should speak to him. Those that have access to, Governor Rufai should speak to him. Those that have access to other state governors, those that have access to head of various security apparatus in Nigeria, they should speak. These bandits are human beings. They are not spirits. They are human beings like you and I. If there is effort, they can be stopped. They can be stopped. Nigerian military is more than equipped to face them and destroy and annihilate them. These people, they are not they are not evil spirits. They are people that are known. Where they are located is known. So why not Nigerian security reinforce? Both the land army, and the air force should reinforce and face them and clear them. If we refuse to act, this evil will consume every one of us. So I want to call particularly on the houses, the indigenous houses, to rise up.
One moment, please.
I know that Fulanis have deceived the houses. They have.
Please don't call in. I'm not taking calls yet.
Though they constitute the minority in terms of population, but in terms of the politics of northern Nigeria is Fulanis. In terms of the traditional relationship of northern Nigeria is Fulanis. In terms of every position, every authority, Fulanis have occupied. So it's becoming difficult for the government to address this, because those that should address it, they are the ones. They are the ones. They feel that it is their brethren, it is their kinsmen. Buhari is a Fulani. Governor Kaduna State Rufai is Fulani. Most of the northern governors are Fulanis, so that has made this evil to continue. Therefore, I want to call on the indigenous people of Nigeria, the indigenous houses in northern Nigeria and other minority tribes to rise up against this evil. If we refuse to rise up, and I also know that there are some Fulanis that are well-meaning Fulanis who are also not happy with this thing, who are also not supporting this evil. I also want you to call on your brethren, to call the attention of your kinsmen, the Fulanis, against this evil, and to expose them. Don't hide them. Don't give them a covering. Expose them. If we collectively put our effort together, if we collectively expose this evil will stop. This evil will stop. Therefore, please, I want to call on the indigenous Nigerians to gang up against this evil. And if you refuse to do that, this evil will eventually consume us. Thank you so much. Because I believe not only the Nigerian.
Thank you, Jare, my brother. Now, the message I'm interested in. Do you understand? This is somebody who also lost his own relative or his own relation to these cold-hearted killers. And as small, they say that small, when the bedu enter body. When the bedu enter body, everybody go shake body. When the bedu enter body. May Nigeria not happen to you. May Nigeria not happen to me. It is actually a life-saving prayer that you probably won't understand until it happens to you. So guys, I'm going to ask us to take a minute. So now, you need to engage with the broadcast. Don't just make the chat and all of that alone, okay? So let's take a minute. We have over 2,000 of us right now. Can we take a moment and take that offering basket? Can we take it to 1,000 and above? At least you can spare a minute. Like this video. If this is your first time of watching Maiyegun, you can also take a minute to subscribe onto my channel. Then we'll continue. If you really enjoy it so far, would you mind? Now let's take that to at least 1,500. Can you do that? I will check that out. So a minute. So let me tell you the advantage of that, okay? I mean, if you sit down with me for over an hour and you've not left, that means you are enjoying what you are seeing. You are enjoying this presentation, aren't you? So then, you would like to see more, won't you? So if you are going to want to see more, show that you enjoyed it, engage with it, like the video, like the broadcast, share it if you haven't really shared it, all right? And then other people will see it too, just same way you came across it. So we are just at 768. I'm going to wait until we get to 1,200 before we continue, as usual. This time around, I'm not going to take a break. I'm just going to sit down here and I'm going to be checking, like all of you. So let's take a minute or two now to do that, okay? So that is to say, I actually have real people watching me. And these are not just, build, just a bots and all that. So if we have over 2,000 of us, then we can take this to a 1,000 within 2 minutes. Take a minute break. Yeah, you should take a minute break and do that. So we are currently at over 800. We need 200 more. So can 200 of you take your time and do just that? Because this is going to be like the part 2 of this conversation. Some people felt like, no, I don't want to be liking the video, Jared. They are already leaving. So if you don't feel comfortable doing this, it simply means you can leave. I mean, it's a choice. So I am not going to proceed until we get to that 1,000. Just to let you know that it's important that not just, engaging typing. It takes longer time to type your comments, you know that, than to just close the chat room and like the video. I know many people are watching on their screens, on their TV. But even if you are watching on your screen, on your TV at home, you can also grab your mobile phone and go on YouTube, the same broadcast, and just do the needful, as I said. So thank you very much to all of you who actually did that, because that's the point. There are people that will do it. There are people that will be like, my friend, continue, Jare. Ogbeni, continue, Jare. Leave like alone. I'm not here because I want to like. Continue. I know. So to those of you who actually did, thank you. It is this Fulani invasion that led to the request for the protection of the Yorubas, since we are no longer safe. Not because we couldn't call on the military to protect us, but because the military is compromised. The police is compromised. The security apparatus in Nigeria are compromised. We are on our own, and you dare not put together a team of fighters or resistance who will resist them. You may be killed for it. This is the reality. Something happened there in Ondo State. But before I get to that, to some of you who probably understand the Hausa very well, one of those terrorists who always have the presence and attention of the Nigerian, politicians, government agents, government officials, who are always advocating for their rights to justify the killings that they are carrying out. These terrorists are not hiding anything. They said God did not give them guns. Abacha did not give them guns. You know what? It is the government, the politicians who gave them guns. And they told them that after 2015, if they win, that they were going to take care of them. They didn't take care of them. That's why they are doing what they are doing. And for them too, the Fulani terrorists, Buhari know why they are doing what they are doing. I don't understand Hausa, but help me.
Idan ba gwamnati ta daure man wanda yake cikin daji ya ta'addanci ba, Allah ubangiji ya tsine ma, Allah dauki rayuwa ta a wurin nan. Bahilla ce saniya aka san shi da ita, sai noma. Saniya ba ta haihuwa bindiga AK-47. Bahilla ce bai da makera da zai kera bindiga AK-47. Gwamnati ke turowa har muka samu. Mu kuma wallahi dalilin da ya sa, billahi lazi, shekara na 7 ina makarantar allo. Amma lokacin da na dawo na tsinci kaina a cikin wannan abun, wallahi ina mamaki, kullum ina tunanin rayuwata. Saboda mahaifa na akalla a kasar dan banga da su.
That's what he said there. Now them, they give us this. They said they'll give us makaranta. Makaranta is school. So they didn't give us anything. They lied to us. Then Yoruba said, let us start Amotekun. Let us start our own security. If the Nigerian police, because every time you arrest any Fulani terrorist in Yoruba land for the crime they've committed, yeah, and you take them to the police station, you are likely going to be arrested in its place. How dare you arrest a Fulani terrorist? You the craze? You know, say this is Nigeria, long baby. So you'll be arrested. Your family will have to look for money. So many of your family members will blame you. What to be your own with Fulani this thing? What to concern you? Now they're asking us to go and bring 200,000 naira to bail you, or they are going to carry you to Abuja. What is your problem? That's how terrible it is. So some people now decided that, well, they won't have to report them, because even when you hand them over to the police, they get released. And they can go on and do it again. You get what I mean now? So then the politicians said, you know what? Government, in the southwest Nigeria said, let us start a security outfit by law. They made laws, and the law started what should have been as the community policing. to provide community policing and prevent all these terrorists who are carrying AK-47, kidnapping people, ransacking villages, killing people in their homes, on their farms, to put an end to that, because everybody knows those behind it. Everybody knows those behind it. Before now, when you talk about this Fulani terrorist, an average northerner will take offense. But they are also seeing the light now, because they are also being killed. The same ethnic cleansing that we're talking about is actually prevalent in northern Nigeria. Terribly so. So when you see anything, they will say, oh, yeah, you know, don't call them the Fulani and all of that. Anyway, they started security outfit, and it's been a battle between the Fulani terrorists in Yoruba land, the Yoruba people, my people, and the Nigerian security forces. The latest one, now when the terrorists decided, when the Amotekun decided to apprehend the Fulani herdsmen who are violating the ban on open grazing. You know, there is a ban on open grazing in southern Nigeria. You cannot move cows in southern Nigeria. It's a crime. So Amotekun now decided to execute that, to implement that law. You know what happened? Now, so Nigerian soldiers show up. Amotekun, they've arrested all the herders. They've arrested their cows. They were going to take them to their own place. Now, so military show up. Now, so big happen. For those who can manage to see this video, it's very, very poor. But just listen.
The soldiers are beating Amotekun people for seizing their cows. They are seriously beating them now. They are maltreating them. They return the cow back to the farm. See, they are beating Amotekun people. See them beating Amotekun people. I don't know. See the soldiers. See the soldiers. See the soldiers. They are beating the Amotekun people for seizing their cows. They are beating the Amotekun people for seizing their cows.
Imagine, Amotekun person will say, do you want to join Amotekun? Say, yes, I want to join Amotekun. We'll provide security. We'll defend Yoruba land. We'll follow the law. Soldier can't beat you on the streets. And there's nothing your governor will do other than to give a press statement. We condemn this attack. It's unacceptable. We want to see all the soldiers who carried out this thing, as if to say their superiors are not those who gave them the authorization to do that. Now that is it right on your face. It's right there in your face. Yoruba land, Ondo State. There is law. There is this group established by law. But in Nigeria, that law, when it gets to the Fulani, it becomes nothing because they are above the law. How do you then say Yoruba should continue to be part of this contraption, in your own opinion? How do you feel comfortable saying that after knowing what you know? How? These are what we know that made many of us to say we'll spread the message. We'll talk to a lot of people, educate ourselves, open their minds, see why people are saying this from another perspective. Get better understanding, process it, and you will see the picture clearer. Your decision-making potential will change, especially if you have known what you now know. So if they tell you government is protecting the Fulani terrorist, you have the evidence. You have the evidence. And it is sad. There are people who want to be respected in our society, in Yoruba land. There are also people who don't give a damn. They have remained mute, blind, deaf, dumb about the whole thing, simply because of what they are getting or what they want to get from Nigeria. What stops a reasonable people to come together, reasonable people who claim to be leaders, to come together and say, if we continue to drag our people with Nigeria, their future is doomed. We can't continue like this. This is no longer about being president or being governor or being anything. There is no future for our people here. They are doomed. In next 10 years, it will be a worse thing. But many of us will never let that happen. And that is why they are also jailing activists and releasing terrorists. But that doesn't make it right. Do you know that? That Nigeria is jailing activists and releasing terrorists or pardoning terrorists doesn't make it right. That's why we said all the atrocities committed by these terrorists and those who are covering for them, backing them, and making sure that they have a place called Operation Safe Corridor. When they no longer have that immunity, when they no longer have that influence, they must be held accountable, one by one, all of them. All of them. So do you get where we're coming from now? That is why many of us, the Yorubas in diaspora, we want to continue to encourage ourselves, to understand the position that the politicians in Yoruba land, the position they have put us in. It is a very, very sad position. There is no single popular political frontrunner in Yoruba land that is bold enough to detail the atrocities that the Yorubas are going through. Just same way. All those Olori Bruku terrorists in Babariga who call themselves lawmakers from northern Nigeria. So many of them, they no longer go to their constituencies. They just write the result for them because their constituencies are now controlled by terrorists. But they are in Abuja talking about Nigeria, hiding all these atrocities there and shutting down any kind of idea that could probably end this kind of a bloodletting. But Yoruba politicians, what are they doing? They want to be governors. They want to be presidents. They want to be senators. Therefore, talking about these atrocities is against Nigeria. And they don't want to be against Nigeria, but they still want to present themselves as those who love Yoruba land. Majority of them are actually saying that they love Nigeria now. Their Nigerianness is better and bigger than their Yorubaness. So do you know why some of us have seen and said, where do you want to start from? Where exactly do you want to start fixing this marginalization and this bloodletting? Where do you want to start from? The structure is obvious, fractured, non-existent, right? Then politicians who always know how to milk it are telling you they have alternative. With what you have heard so far, you are in for a longer thing. And many of us don't want to be part of that. We will expose what the politicians in Yoruba land don't want the world to see. We will spend our money exposing the atrocities of the Fulani terrorists in Yoruba land and the cover-up of the Nigerian government. We will document them, profile them. And then we will put them in a file that we will share with the rest of the world. When we are holding them responsible, we can hold them and their generations responsible as well. Yoruba land is bleeding. Our economy has been destroyed by these terrorists, but they are not telling you. Buhari's government for 7 years decided to shut down our border for no just reason, other than he said he wanted to control smugglers of those who smuggled rice, food into Nigeria or outside Nigeria. But the same Buhari who announced the land border closure in Nigeria 3.5 years ago, the same Buhari has kept the porous borders in northern Nigeria opened. And what has been the result of that for 7 years? Since these terrorists have been crossing the border, they have been wreaking havoc economically. They have been destroying lives and properties. And guess what? They have also been paid for it by the government, who said, once they repent, why else do you want them to be punished? Exactly. That is the position of the government of Nigeria. If they repent, why do you want them to be punished? Let's integrate them. Let's put them back in the society. Let's reintegrate them into the military, into the police. Let's use their old training of killing people and put the uniform on them so that they can now start killing people officially. Since they have been doing it unofficially, guess what? That is the position of Nigeria government. And that is a position that an educated and enlightened Yoruba political leader, those who love Yoruba land, Biafra land as well, those who love their people, they can never settle down and be like, look away, pretend that it's a matter of time, right? Once Buhari is gone, this whole problem will be gone. It's never going away. It is deeper And that's why they call it a deep state. Terrorists are being forgiven. Terrorists are being rewarded. Activists are being jailed. Activists are being killed. Innocent people are being framed. Just like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is asking for just one thing. For those of you who have probably listened to his message with an open mind where you are not listening to what Nigeria told you or what Nigeria is telling you. Remember, everything Nigeria tells you is just to make you be on their side. Most of the time, they appeal to your fear. Oh man, they appeal to our fear a lot. Do you want to be killed? Do you want to be this? Do you want to be jailed? Do you want to lose your family? They can kill your this. Oh, they will take your properties. The fear in us is what they appeal to. Yes, we know the problem is much, but watch your mouth. My friend, watch your mouth. Watch where you go to. My friend, watch who you talk to. All these things are the existential fear that the rogues, the politicians, their allies, their friends, all over the place, who work hand in hand in this oppressive industry, oppressive contraption called Nigeria. They appeal to them most of the time. And then Mazi Nnamdi Kanu decided never to, let's put it this way. He decided to look beyond the fear. He decided to look fear in his face. And that is unacceptable to the oligarchs, to the businessmen, the business contractors of Nigeria, the owners of Nigeria. They decided to misconstrue his message. His call for referendum is now misconstrued as a call for war. They are not just talking it. They are spending a fortune to convince an average Nigerian that referendum is war. And it's not actually a conversation about the people which everybody knows are of different ethnic nationalities that were forced together, not by their own union and agreements. Now, having a conversation around that, when the dominance and takeover, agenda of one ethnic nationality is now strangulating other ethnic nationalities in that same country, shouldn't you have a conversation about it? Shouldn't the people decide if they still want to be part of it or not? Nnamdi Kanu asked for a referendum. They gave him a bullet. That's exactly what happened. Let's talk about if the Igbos still want to be part of Nigeria. If the Biafrans still want to continue to exist with Nigeria, let's have that conversation. If we don't have that conversation, we will continue to promote and advocate for Biafra. And if you kill us, we will defend ourselves. We know that Nigeria is always a bloodletting center of Africa, that the victims are always blamed for the crimes of their killers. Nigeria killed dreams. Nigeria killed Nigerians. Nigeria killed Nigerians and denied them in death because they blamed them in death. So Nigeria is a place where victims are blamed. And the high-handedness of rogues and criminals who chose to be authoritarian, do as I say, not as I do. They always blame the victims. This is why, for those who are not Biafrans, and those who are Biafrans too, are living in denial and justifying the high-handedness of this rogue government who choose bullets over a cup of tea. A conversation that could be held where people can put in all of this into a vote. So they decided to kill innocent people. They targeted them. They profiled them. Even though the noise of one Nigeria, which is absolutely not one. An Igbo man can be president of Nigeria, especially in this Nigeria, because they don't trust the Igbos. Now, this is something that is unwritten, but it exists. They tell you they are one, but tell them to vote for an Igbo president to start the healing of the massacre of the Igbos in 1967 to 1970. But Nigerian government spent a fortune to blame the Igbos for the millions they killed. And today, they ensure that the history has been removed completely from our curriculum. And whenever you have to read the history, these are the history written by the villains, the criminals who present themselves as heroes, the genocidists who presented themselves as heroes of humanity. They said, if you let the history of the jungle to be written by the animals, there will be a little or no space for the hunters that brags about how mighty, invincible he was fighting the deadliest of the deadliest animal in the jungle. Because it is always the hunter that writes the history of the jungle. It is always the villain who wrote the history of Nigeria, and they present themselves as heroes. So, asking for a referendum is like asking for a death wish. Now, compare that. In order to make it look real, they kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya, an international crime that will haunt Nigeria for a very long time. You may think Nigeria is a place where you do all your whataboutism, anyhowness. But Buhari's government has come to legitimize whataboutism, legitimize anyhowness. But let me tell you something, guys. There is always consequences for every action. Sorry, make a drink tea. So thank you. I bet for now, if you have stayed this long, do you know that if you haven't really dropped your offering, that simply means you are not Maiyegun's friend. So I have over 2,000 of you who are here in the Temple of Truth tonight, and only 1,100 of you have shown that they are Maiyegun. So I'm going to say this broadcast as 50-50. Those who don't like Maiyegun, but they just don't want to go away, they are watching. And those who love Maiyegun genuinely, that they will support Maiyegun every now and then. Whatever it is, engage with it. No be me tell YouTube to remove dislike button. I would have actually asked you to dislike it if you don't like my face. Dislike the video. It is called engagement. So they kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu. They dragged him to Nigeria. And they are so worried, scared to even appear in their own court. They have decided to delay his case because they don't really have any evidence against him. According to Rufai, asking for the breakup of Nigeria is worse than terrorism or Fulani terrorists, Boko Haram, ISWAP, and the rest of them. But how can you say asking for your own country, asking for a referendum, is asking for war? Right? Nnamdi Kanu, we appear in court tomorrow, which is going to be the 8th of April. But there's something you need to know. Nnamdi Kanu is no longer asking the Nigerian court for bail. He's asking, his only good team are asking that, he should be freed and acquitted. He has no case to answer. All these Jagbajantis charges, you have no evidence at all, and we all know that too. Yeah? So in London tomorrow, Biafrans, friends of Biafra, they are all going to gather in London in solidarity and also in expectation and anticipation for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, a man that has committed no crime, but Nigeria has committed serious crimes against humanity, and we know the names of those who have committed these crimes. They will never go unpunished. And that's why I actually also support the message of this man of God. Like Yoruba will say, Ebelambe Oshika, Kole Shekinio, Kole Jeka, Karono Law. That is, if they have to go to Abuja and tell them to stop now and release Nnamdi Kanu, the political class in Igbo land, the Igbo leaders, all of those who have been talking, because I have been following, you need to go and get Nnamdi Kanu out. He is the only person who can put an end to this politically sponsored bloodbath and bloodletting in Igbo land since he's kidnapped. Get him out and listen to this man.
State. The governor of Anambra State. Let this message get to the governor of Imo State. Governor Hope Uzodimma. Let this message get to the governor of Enugu State. Governor Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi. Let this message get to the governor of Ebonyi State, Governor Omai. And let this message get to the governor of Abia State, the governor Okezie Ikpeazu. And let this message also get to the whole senators representing the whole Southeast. And let it get to Ohaneze Ndigbo. That the only solution, what they need to do, and there will be peace in the southeastern Nigeria. If they really love their people, if they really have the interests of their people at heart, only what will bring peace and progress in that region is the release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Amen and amen. Amen and amen.
Amen.
To me, this is my opinion. And I'm begging them because of the killings going on in Igbo land. The killing is getting too much. Houses of people are being burned. Many people now in Igbo land are homeless. People are homeless. If there are governors and senators that really have the interest of their people at heart, let them go and beg the federal government. If Nnamdi Kanu come out now and says, let there be peace, I know there will be peace. Because they...
God bless him. I love his message. Thank you. Release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Release him. He's committed no crime. Push for his release. Unconditional release. And then start the conversation around the referendum, addressing all the vices that brought about this agitation, and begin the process, or else it be like saying to kick the can down the road, you will still meet it ahead. And you see this agitation, right? It is an ideology. Guns can't take it away. Trust me. The numbers of bodies and people you kill will never stop them from asking for it. The only way the Biafrans will stop asking for Biafra is to give them referendum, which means when they vote yes, they are never going to ask you for Biafra anymore. They're going to be on their own. They're going to be our neighbor. And to all of us who are the Yorubas, we too, when we break away, we're going to be neighbors, building respect, right? And building long life enough that it's not going to be snuffed out of us by any of this terror group. Are you with me? So meet them in London tomorrow. If you are in London, if you have any kind of tomorrow is Friday, I believe. So the time is there. You can also join and be part of that. Prince Jeje Man is one of the organizers, and he would love to see you there. Okay, I am also coming to London in April. Trust me, and I would love to see many of you too.
We are going home. Biafra is going home. Ayalabago Oduduwa is going home. Nah, boy, Janja we dey do gra gra. We are going home.
Thank you.
Yoruba nation. Yoruba nation. Now. Yoruba nation. Now. Yoruba nation. Now. Yoruba nation. Now.
So I am going to open my line now, and I'm also going to raise money. So I want to say thank you to all my friends, all of my donors as usual, who chipped in into our basket of intervention, our fund. And what you did was that yesterday when we tried that, we got over 1,400 pounds donated through 2 platforms. If you sent your donation through PayPal, I got it. Okay. Before yesterday, I told you, I said I got a donation of about 30 pounds from someone towards this fund. So yesterday, I also received another donation of about 78 pounds or something from you. If you are watching me, I got your donation, and this is what we're going to go into now. So we're going to go into a fundraiser where you can use the link and chip in whatever support you want to give in towards what we believe will be our project this April and going forward. Lovely. So I have my first caller, and I'm going to share the link with you, by the way. So you can pick anything I've said tonight and add your own contribution while we also raise fund tonight. So let's make that happen. My caller, hello there.
Guten Abend, Baba Maiyegun.
Guten Abend, my brother. Clement, how are you?
I'm fine, doing great, sir.
Tonight is a tense night, and I enjoyed it. Did you?
Yeah, of course I do. In fact, as a matter of fact, before you even start the program, I always press my like button. That's just a usual custom. I mean, we already know every night we are filled up with information.
Like a ritual, it's tradition. So you do that before you settle down, and it stays there.
Yeah, exactly. Baba, I just want to buttress some points. Exactly like that first one you talked about.
Yep.
About when Amotekun will catch cows, they will control these Fulanis, and soldiers will come to beat them up.
Yeah.
See, do you remember when there is this terrorist in Igongon, Wakili?
Yeah.
Wakili Fubami, confirm. They took that guy, some group of guys, I think OPC or one of those groups, took him because he was terrorizing that village. They took him to Iyago Queen in Ibadan police station, or I think Idiakwe police station, one of those two. Do you know what happened? This guy came out and started pretending as if he was very sick. There was even broadcast video and all. And those guys who brought him there, they arrested those OPC guys, took them into custody. Until today, Baba, we don't hear anything again anymore.
You remember that there's a prison break in the prison that they locked him in. The prison he was locked at in Oyo town. There's a prison break. And to this day, Oyo state government have not told us where Wakili is. To this day.
There is no information anymore about Wakili till today. After all they have done in Igogon. Baba, anybody who is denying the fact that there is war in Nigeria is a fool. There is a serious war going on. Yesterday, these same terrorists went to Kaduna, the military base. They killed 18 and almost 41 guys. The military guys were actually brutally injured. So what are we talking about? The thing that actually bothers me the most is like when all these guys are riding Okada, because they don't use bus, they don't walk, they use bikes. And when they are riding on that bike, they are almost like 20, 30, 40.
Are you joking, Clemente? 20, 30, 40. We are talking about thousands. These guys, they ride in hundreds, right? Like 200, 300. Yeah. We are talking about invasion. So people will go arrive. We'll be all of you go on.
So that means our military is already infiltrated. That means one information. They have information. All this RPG, those guns, rapid propelled grenades that they hold, which we said is very expensive, they get everything from our armories. And meanwhile, the Nigeria government is spending more money on military than for education.
What is the purpose of getting those weapons, Clement? What is the purpose of getting those weapons that they will never use them, only for terrorists to grab them and then use them on you? What's it?
So, I mean, there is serious war in Nigeria, and this thing, I hate it or dislike it absolutely when they use that word bandits. This is no more banditry. Bandits now, all these ones, when they say like Italo Mafia, or all these ones, some group of people where, what do they call them? There's something in jails. You know, all those ones, when they say that they do drugs, they do prostitution, then the cartel, those are bandits. Exactly. This one, they are killing people, and the killing, there is one ex-military man who actually analyzed that train bombing. He said it was extremely coordinated at the level of military experience.
That's right.
Right?
That's what I heard
because it's not a normal attack which you can just actually carry out as a novice or
random attack where they just spray guns on the moving train. No, this one is a coordinated one. They bump and delayed the train. They went for the VIP coach. Others went for the majority of the other coaches where the publics are. Then what did they do? They started the operation and shot at those who resisted them. I mean, coordinated, Baba.
Exactly. Yeah, because
I remember now, Clement, military way first show up. You know? Military way first show up. Sahara. Soldiers way first show up that night. Sahara.
Yeah. You know, so if you see that video that where they release that former or that current agricultural bank, whatever, that So now, if you see the people surrounding them, you see the weapons which you talked about. Look at the uniform. Where did they get it from? That's in real military uniform. This one will say that they wear agbada or lawani, they go operate, then they wear your uniform. They are operating everywhere. So, in short, Nigeria is not safe anymore. We are in war. So now, what's the way forward apart from referendum and all these things? For me, Baba, I could talk a weapon, Wole, Yoruba, Masun, Wole, Makpa, Omo, Yamiki, Maworo, Kamasai, we are talking, since they have been killing people right now. Since they have been, your president, Buhari, have not till today came out in public and address on national TV. Even if we not saying a bobo, just console, you know. But this thing is getting out of hand to the extent that which day be that? Yesterday or day before yesterday, Ibadan Lagos Expressway. Then pull fire for Bata or Jota, then they burn, then say block all major highways. Then that people don't sort it small. They are now waking up small because the thing turned on, they touch them. And if we are making one
Thank you so much.
And if we are making one mistake and we are saying if you are Yoruba, they are just waiting for the command. And once this thing happens, forget it. One last information, Baba.
Tell us.
Why did they block Idiroko, Semeboda? Why did they block Badagry?
So that we can't escape now. When they start killing us, we will not be able to escape. If you enter border like this,
Baba, not the only escape. Why did they put their people in the customs at the seaport? Baba, not the only escape. As we did right now, people need was that we not even carry any weapon when carry your balance. You can't. You can't do anything. Your military, your everything. Jordan Bayagi, Bomelo, no one there. Bobo, but I want that one. I want any bomb to say, but I have to surrender. You don't have any right to carry weapon. Meanwhile, they have right to carry weapon following cows, and they are killing us. Baba, it's right time for us now. The war is around the corner. Baba, I swear, my greatest wish, I swear, I wouldn't lie about this, is real, is Biafra and Yoruba Parako. Cherry Yoruba, I power people about the Juja. But I sọ pé ká lọ rúbọ ká lọ ṣe ayé àtúntò nìyẹn o ebi àtúntò láti sùkò gbogbo àwọn kìíní ti wà fọ́gbọ̀ kọ́sọ́ ti bọ̀rìṣà mọ́ nonsense so kò gbogbo àwọn nǹkan yìí àwọn tó yìí ní lọ́wọ́ they are still limited in numbers àwọn tó ní lọ́wọ́ limited in numbers so we need to really agudo gbáradì baba good night baba I appreciate you Clement Lulu.
So I have another person.
Hello. Maiyegun.
Hello, ma.
It's been a long time. Mo busy ni. Mo busy pẹ̀lú kini Nigeria. Yoruba must to go here. Mo busy pẹ̀lú ẹni. Jọba mi sọ àlàáfíà ni. Bá mi sọ fáwọn èèyàn kan lọ sign ẹ̀. Mo busy pẹ̀lú kini yẹn o. Ó ti yẹ nǹkan tí mò ń sọ yẹn ní kọ́ lọ sign àwọn òmìnira 2022 yẹn tó tó Ọlọ́run. Maiyegun mo fi ṣiṣẹ́ ṣe ni. Mo ń gbà wọ́n send ẹ̀ sí mi láti Nàìjíríà mo ń bá wọn ṣe ni.
God bless you.
Maiyegun ó ṣe ṣó kanjọ kan ní Arẹ́gbẹ́ṣọlá ló ṣe national anthem Yorùbá Arẹ́gbẹ́ṣọlá kọ o. Awólọ́wọ̀ ló ṣe ní 1958 nígbà tó dá Afẹ́nifẹ́re sílẹ̀. Ìgbà yẹn ló sọ pé bàṣẹ bẹ́ẹ̀wù là gbọ́ mọ́ ìgbà tó dá Afẹ́nifẹ́re yẹn sílẹ̀ ló kọ orin yẹn. Bọ̀ àwọn Yorùbá wá pàtì wọ́n kọ́ nígbà tó yá Awólọ́wọ̀ kú wọn pàtì. Ní Arẹ́gbẹ́ṣọlá wa lọ wù jáde.
Ló wá lọ sọ di Ọ̀ṣun anthem. Kò tí èmi ò tẹ̀sán pé gbogbo ló ṣe gan sẹ̀ mí kàn ní wọ́n fi ṣe Ọ̀ṣun anthem ni.
Awólọ́wọ̀ nǹkan tí mò ń sọ yìí lọ Google ẹ̀ kó lọ kà. Awólọ́wọ̀ was the one tó kọrin national anthem yẹn ní 1958. orin Yorùbá ni ìgbà yẹn Awólọ́wọ̀ dá Afẹ́nifẹ́re sílẹ̀ ìgbà yẹn Awólọ́wọ̀ ti mọ̀ pé wàhálà máa ṣẹlẹ̀ pẹ̀lú àwa àti Yorùbá àwa àti gbé tó bá dá Nàìjíríà lẹ̀ ìgbà yẹn Awólọ́wọ̀ ti ṣe a lot of things tó ti pe sílkì síkì kó gbọ́ sí tòun nígbà tó táwọn bá máa lọ sílkì ló reject ẹ̀ Awólọ́wọ̀ reject pé kó fi a lot of clause síbẹ̀ pé ẹni tí ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà ò bá tẹ́ lọ́rùn kó tó gba independence pé kóníkálukú lè họ́pà Sikaziko wa bàjẹ́ tó bá lọ ka sórí yẹn báyìí ni Sikaziko bá gbogbo ẹ̀ jẹ́ nígbà tí Sikaziko wa bá kinní yẹn jẹ́ làwọn náà wá ká Afẹ́nifẹ́re lẹ̀ ló wá kọ́ tó bá lọ wo gbogbo àwọn content orin yẹn wà á mọ̀ pé nǹkan tó jẹ́ káwọ́ lọ́wọ́ dá orin yẹn síbẹ̀ nìyẹn. So Maiyegun wọ́n ti take over Yorùbá o má jẹ́ ntọ́ ẹ o Ọlọ́run ló lè gbà wá o sórí mistake tá a ṣe òun ni port fún Dangote yẹn èmi ò rí Dangote bọ̀ máa sọ tòótọ́ Dangote ní seaport Maiyegun Ọlọ́run ló yọ wá ẹ̀ṣà àwùjọ Buhari kọ́ ló ń rù lẹ́fẹ̀ẹ́ láti rẹ̀ láti Buhari kọ́ ló ń rù Malami àtàwọn Kabal ló ń rù nǹkan tó bá sọ fún Buhari ni Buhari ń sign tó bá lọ wo gbogbo body language bó ṣe ń ṣe ìjọba yẹn níbẹ̀ yẹn wá ti mọ̀ pé nǹkan tó bá sọ fún Buhari bọ́sọ̀ ti mọ̀ pé àwọn Fúlàní ẹgbẹ́ òun ló fẹ́ save nígbà tó pọ̀ lọ Buhari gbé ó ti mọ̀ pé kò táwọn fẹ́ ṣe nìyẹn pọ́lísì yìí Malami kò sí nǹkan tó bá lóòtì tí Malami bá sọ nǹkan tẹ́lẹ̀ mi bá sọ nǹkan tí Malami bá sọ ló máa ṣe.
òun ni leader Kaba yẹn báyìí.
òun ni o Ọlọ́run kò yọ wá òkè.
ayọ̀ wa ṣe máa kẹ́ni náà ṣe ìpínlẹ̀ right? Thank you. So, what she just give me a second, sir, or ma. So, what my caller just said there was that our Yoruba anthem, right? We cannot give the credit of that to Aregbesola or Osun. It was written and launched and even used during the Awolowo era. It was abandoned because of this one Nigeria until now. That we should continue to hold to it because it's ours and not theirs, and we should own it, like many of you always sing it anyway. So apart from that, it is just the same alarm that we have been surrounded enough to know better that we should defend ourselves, protect ourselves, and nobody should lie to us. We've made a huge mistake that those who claim to be our political representatives, they actually allowed in Yoruba land, where they couldn't have any billionaire in Yoruba land that could have a seaport, have a port, or even have a refinery. So all these are part of things that have weakened us as a people. And she said, it is not too late anyway, if we have to continue. The other one is the petition, okay? As a Yoruba man, friend of Yoruba, when you come across the petition, sign it, share it as well, okay? Encourage people to do the same, just to keep the awareness and advocacy going. That was our position. I have another caller. Hello there.
Hello, Maiyegun.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. This is Windy City. Okay.
Windy City, sir. How are you?
Jamaica. We missed a couple of programs home today. Now, to catch up a little program here. Now, it's a must. So, nǹkan tí ò yé mi pẹ̀lú ọ̀rọ̀ pé à ń dáwó ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ ni pé we don't even have ó ti dé point yẹ pé voluntarily ló yẹ ká máa ṣe báyìí. It shouldn't be pé ká ṣe máa sọ because àti rí bọ́ ṣe náwó I trust Maiyegun ló ń deliver owó fún yàn kan kò sẹ́ni tó kọ́ mà láti wá ìdí ìsẹ̀ pé mi ò rí kọ́bọ̀ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. So owó tá à ń dá àfi ń ra òmìnira fún ọjọ́ iwájú àwọn ọmọ wa ni èmi o bí mo ṣe wà I don't have any program going back to Nigeria but I'll continue to support just in case kí lélẹ̀ wà ń bẹ̀ fáwọn ọmọ tèmi in the nearest future.
God bless you.
Nǹkan tá à ń ṣe lónìí gbogbo àwọn tó bá ń dáwó Ọlọ́run á máa bù sápò yín àdá torí ara wa àdá torí ọmọ wa ni. Tí bàbá Olówó bá wò pé torí tiẹ̀ ní gbogbo nǹkan tó ṣe cocoa house everything wọ́n ní ṣe náà gbọ́ bàbá yóò sí nídé ní adẹ̀ ń gbádùn ẹ̀. ẹ jọ̀ọ́ torí Ọlọ́run àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ má jẹ́ àfọ̀tẹ̀ ṣe ìlú wa nílùú wa yẹ Amẹ́ríkà dùn London dùn Glasgow dùn ìgbà wo Nàìjíríà fẹ́ dùn kábà sowọ́pọ̀ kájọ gbé sókè ẹ má wo tàwọn olóṣèlú òṣèlú ọ̀jẹ̀lú nǹkan tó bá wù wọ́n lè ṣe. mo rí kinní kan lórí íńtánẹ̀tì lánàá lórí ọmọ Oòduà television. I think one of the olóyè guys wọ́n gbé drone wọ́n lọ síbì kan and in the middle of the forest làwọn people yẹn camp street àwọn Fúlàní. They actually saw the drone. Bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn fẹ́ gbé bọ̀ fẹ́ yí fún drone yẹn bọ̀ máa yẹn try láti manipulate ẹ̀. Wọ́n wà nùgbò wa ẹ tí ò bá gbọ́ kó lọ wò ó wọ́n wà nùgbò wa and I'm very very scared. Ayé ìjọ wọn ní àfiná sórí òrùlé sùn. No, àfiná sórí òrùlé sùn mọ́. Keg of powder là ń gbé sí ẹ̀yìnkùlé àti wájú ilé.
Àwọn ṣàṣàná tá à ń fi ṣàná ṣeré lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́.
Yẹn ni pé
kò ní pẹ́ mọ́.
Kò ní pẹ́ o torí mi ò rí nǹkan tó lè mú kí èèyàn wọ́n ní kí ni àwọn àgbàlagbà ló máa ń pòwe wọ́n ní kí ni àgbẹ̀ ṣe lóko dágo mẹ́jọ àfi tó bá fẹ́ jíṣu ẹgbẹ́ wà. Kí lèèyàn kan wá nù gbòòlẹ̀ Yorùbá pẹ̀lú bọ́ lọ́wọ́. Ẹjọ́ nítorí Ọlọ́run ẹ̀jẹ̀ ají mo jí lọ́sàn-án yìí mo dẹ̀ ń wò pé níbo là ń lọ. Nàìjíríà ò ṣe é lọ kò tiẹ̀ kò yé mi mọ́ ṣùgbọ́n gbogbo ẹ̀ jùlọ ni pé Maiyegun gbogbo tí o bá dáwọ́lé láyé gbogbo ẹ̀ lọ́rùn àmà dá sí. Torí tá a bá ríru Maiyegun méjì mẹ́ta sí ni àti rìn jìnnà. Àti rìn jìnnà oníkálukú kan kágbádá kọrùn wọ́n kó sápò wọ́n ṣe patí. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ̀bẹ̀ lábẹ́ yín. Thank you very much. Keep up with the good work.
I will, sir. Thank you so much. Windy City.
All right.
Nice one, sir.
All right.
So, what's my caller? Let me tell my new caller to hang on, please. Give me a second, okay? I want to steal your time. So, my caller is more concerned about this issue of insecurity. To him, those of us who are contributing and putting our resources together to help those who have been targeted or been persecuted in Yoruba land, that we shouldn't see this as if we have to continue to be compelled to do it. That at this point, with what we have spent our money on so far, and nobody has come out to say, "Oh, Maiyegun didn't give me this or that." The trust is there. You should just have seen it as a commitment that you have to continue to do in your own voluntary time, because it is scary. He said, it is scary enough to know that these guys can do anything, anytime, like sitting on a keg of a gunpowder. There's a point where he said we had people who recorded a drone footage that was showing these terrorists in their camps in one of the forests in Yoruba land, right? So the threat is existential. You can no longer live in denial of it, or else you probably will be a victim before you realize that it is not a fiction. It is real. Hello, sir.
Maiyegun General.
God bless you. Ahmed.
Nagaishika.
Yawa. I don't know that.
Yawa. I greet you. That's the meaning.
No, I told you that when you start the greeting, start from the first step. Sonu da aiki. Sonu da aiki. I'll say Yawa. Alhamdulillah.
Yawa. So,
Lafia, Yawa. Thank you very much, Ahmed. You meet us on it tonight. People would like you to speak and speak directly to our friends in the north. So I'm going to give you a straight 5 minutes, uninterrupted. Okay. What you'll do first is that whatever you want to share with us now, start with from our people in the north and those who can also hear Hausa. Then you come down to the usual, whether it's going to be a mix of Yoruba and English. Just give us something. Okay. I have been talking for nearly 90 minutes. Help me.
Yeah. Okay. Let me just go straight to the Hausa, talk to the people. Jama'a assalamu alaikum, barkan ku dai da fatan kuna lafiya. Well, kun dai ga bidiyon da aka saki na mutumin da aka yi kidnapping wanda aka ce an duba mar saboda ganin cewar dattijo ne shi da kuma lokacin Ramadana. Shi yasa. Amma maganan gaskiya ya kamata mutane ku zauna ku yi tunani fa. Ku yi tunani akan maganan da 'yan ta'addan nan suka yi. Saboda yanzu an ce ba ma wa'inda kuke kira da sunan bandit, ba ma terrorist ɗin da kuke kira da sunan bandit, ba ma su bane wai a'a. Boko Haram su ne suka zo suka yi wannan aikin. Yanzu sai ku duba ku ga cewar an matsa an tashi daga Boko Haram ta tashi daga North East ta dawo Central. Daga nan za ta yi spreading the whole North.
To the whole North, yes.
So ku gane cewar da bandit da Boko Haram duk tafiyansu ɗaya, duk they are all terrorists. Ba maganan wannan bandit, ba maganan wannan Boko Haram. Duk 'ya'yan shegu ne wa'annan mutanen.
Yes.
In ban da rashin hankali da rashin tunani irin na mutane wanda ba su iya tunani ba. An yi wani bidiyo wani lokaci can baya da wani bafulatani ya ce an kawo su an ba su bindigu an bar su a da bayan election. To bayan an gama election da aka bar su bindigu ba abinci ba komai me za su yi sai suka koma suna kidnapping. Suna sace mutane suna garkuwa da mutane. Ko ba haka ba? Kuma yau ga bidiyo ya fito an saki mutum kuma sun ba da magana cewar sunan da suke ba ma kuɗin gwamnati suke so ba ruwan da kuɗin gwamnati. Kawai wannan suna yin shi ne saboda gwamnati ta san menene suke so ba kuɗin ba ne, they are not after the money. They want something different.
Yes.
Sai ku tambayi kanku menene wannan abin da suke so. Ku tambayi kanku. Inda za ku gane cewa kowa yana cikin danja kenan. Saboda mutanen nan inda suke ba da kan ku ga kamar wai ai akwai sojoji ai muna da sojas muna all wannan sojojin da kuke ganin duk ƙarya ne. Duka cikin military din cikin DSS cikin police duk yanzu duk ba inda ba su sa mutanensu ba. Terrorism idan mutane suna so su yi terrorizing kasa suna fixing mutanensu a kowane department a kowane organization inda za su ji daɗin cin kutumar uban mutane. Amma da yake akwai daƙiƙai, akwai jahilai, akwai marasa tunani wanda completely ba su da calculation za su ga abin nan ai duk politics ne, ai duk wayewa ne. Ba ku da hankali, wannan rashin hankalin har ina wannan rashin hankali sai an gama sace ku sai an gama da mutanen arewa sai an gama kashe ku ko an gama sace ku an lalata rayuwar kowa da kowa. Za ku gane cewar wa'innan mutanen da suke kiran kansu 'yan siyasa politicians ba hankali suke da shi ba tunanin ku suke yi ba. Kowane ɗan iska yana tunanin aljihun shi, yana tunanin family yadda da an shiga uku yanzu duk za su tattari ina su bar Najeriya. Duk yawancinsu suna da second citizenship a kowane ƙasar da kuke duk ba wanda ya sani. Amma kowane shege cikin ku sai campaign ya zo sai su tura ku waje kamar dabbobi kamar awakai su sa ku kuna zuwa kuna ɗaukan poster kuna cewa sai wane ko za ku gani ba kuna jiran 2023 ba. Allah ya kawo 2023 ku gani ko 2023 nan da kuke tunanin wani shege wani farawo wani matsiyaci zai zo ya anshe ku a hannun Buhari. Wallahi Buhari wasa ne wanda zai zo Promax sun Buhari ne wanda zai zo next wanda zai zo Promax na Buhari za ku gane cewar wallahi ba shugabancin bane. System ɗin da Najeriya take abin dubawa ne. abu ne wanda ya kamata a duba ko da ma kuna so ku zamana ku ci gaba da zama one Nigeria ku je ku duba system din da kuke running a'a system ne na adalci kuna nan kuna zama kuna cewa Nigeria wasu tsinannu suna cin Nigeria wasu tsinannu suna benefiting da Nigeria amma ku kuna prone to attack every time ku ake sacewa ba abin mutanen nan ba a shiga gidaje ana zuwa ana kamo mutanen nan amma sai dai ku ma system ku kuke wahala da mutanen nan Allah ya sa ku gane in ba sai Allah ya sa ba sai kun gama mutuwa ba sai an gama sassace an gama sassace ku ba za ku gane cewa kuna danger ba Allah ya sa ku gane ku daina biye ma mutanen nan kuna kiran wani election a manta da magana election kun je ji abin da Malam Nura Khalid ya ce magana election ba ta taso ba a barta a gefe a zo a yi dealing da problem ɗin da ke ƙasa ba wai election kowane tsinani yanzu ba ku ga kowa ya fara fitowa ba I want to be your president Wike ya fito Saraki ya fito Atiku ya fito duk ku duba wayannan barayin ku duba wayannan tsinannin da suke kiran kansu criminals ɗin nan da suke kiran kansu ɗin siyasa wani shege ne ya damu da ku amma ba za ku gane ba Allah Ubangiji ya sa ku gane Maiyegun.
Okay, so everyone, I was trying to tell you that don't forget that when I hear Bansa or I said don't forget the Shege Barao and the third one Bansa. We put that together.
The Shege Barao, the Enkiska, Matiata. Those are the politicians. Enkiska, mad people. Those are the politicians. For goodness sake, Maiyegun. Why is it that some people don't think? Why is it that they don't think at all? Can you imagine? Okay. This thing has ever happened when a video popped out when these mad people, these terrorists that came from nowhere, when one came out and he was saying the government brought them in, gave them weapons, and they left them in the bush after election. And what do you want them to eat? And they resorted to kidnapping people and taking ransom.
Yeah.
Now they are coming back to tell you they released someone and they are coming back. They are telling you that they don't need your money. All they need, the government knows what they need. What is it that they need? What is it that they are not telling us? What is it that these people need? People should, Northerners, Hausawa, you people should listen. You people should reason. Come on. Me ke damun ku ne, me matsalan ku ne. Me yasa ba kwa ganewa ne? Mutanen nan they don't like you, ba sa son ku. These people don't like you. And all you think, kuna tunani, like all these people, if we change another criminal, bring in another criminal, this person is better. He's just gonna get worse.
It's gonna get worse, and they're gonna make you get used to it. That's the point. They'll make you get used to it.
And these are the things the Southerners are trying to push back. But meanwhile, in that South, we still have some useless, good for nothing alatenujes, some old ladies, olori burukus, weri, our master and families in that South that are still seeing all these things that is going on. Soldiers beating up people that they said, okay, they are here to protect you because of the people that are going onto your farm. They are beating them up.
It's a shame. Amen.
You see, there is one thing I want to share with you, Maiyegun.
A quick one, please.
In the military, the way the military is being trained in Nigeria, I was once a soldier in Nigeria. The way the military is being trained in Nigeria, they will train you and they will insert some kind of madness, some kind of thinking that is not even supposed to be within human beings. As in, a human being is not supposed to think that way. That is the kind of thinking a soldier in Nigeria has.
Give us an example. What kind of psychological conditioning you are talking about?
When you are in the training, there is you go through rigorous training, but not rigorous training up to the extent of dehumanizing you, making you feel like you are a slave. And how? They can strip you naked, they flog you, you roll in a gutter, like some kind of mad things that are not even supposed to be done to a normal human being. That's what they do to you, all in the name of
much like training. Not training, but bullying that they have now institutionalized.
It is not training. And I used to tell people, that is not training.
Bullying, that is called institutionalized bullying, which will always produce sadists, sociopaths, murderers as soldiers.
And that is why you see most of the soldiers I used to be like that. But leaving that system, I understood that. Come on, man. Human beings are not even supposed to go through. You can go through rigorous training, enter
military training and all of those
that
stuff,
one is normal. It's normal when you find yourself
but rolling in the mud, getting beaten, getting starved,
you,
and all of
humanizing you, stripping you naked, stand in front, like strip you naked and make jest of you, all in the name of training. And when you are being trained and sent to the war front,
you become a monster.
Giving you a front, you become not even a monster. Before you know, you drop your weapon and you run away. You can't even fight because that is not the truth.
Because they didn't give you no training.
That was not a training. That was not a training. They just bullied you and sent you to go and
then gave you gun.
So why wouldn't you run away? Maiyegun, this thing is.
I have enjoyed my evening with you. We've spent 15 minutes. And only you have such privilege because we have to do it in 2 ways. And I appreciate it tonight again, Ahmed. It's a pleasure having you, okay? Let me go on to the next person. So I have another caller, which is, I can see, I think that's Prince Jejeman. Prince Jejeman.
Hello, Maiyegun.
Prince Jejeman.
There
are some of my friends here, Prince. Prince, there are so many of my friends here that are so popular that people don't even have to see their face. When they hear their name, they will say, that's Prince Jejeman. Oh, that's Princess. Oh, that's Olori. That is Ahmed. Oh, that is, you know what I mean? I love it. I love it. So go on, Prince.
Maiyegun General.
So,
thank you once more. Happy hearing you speak and teach us a lot,
I was just going and going. I didn't want to stop. At some point, I was like, I'm just talking like a typewriter. Can people actually hear what I'm saying? Because I'm just like, it's like everybody just stayed here. They were listening.
Yeah, we can hear you very clearly.
Thank you, Prince.
So, Maiyegun, the way I want to, the aspect I want to always... The aspect I want to always talk about is about the security of our people. Because Nigeria is not a killing field. People, blood is flowing in Nigeria, and this is what the international community needs to know.
Yes.
That blood is flowing in Nigeria. What is happening in Nigeria should be a headline on BBC, to be a headline on CNN, but nobody is talking about it. The death in Nigeria is more than the death in Ukraine as we speak now. And this is call for a big concern.
Let me show you something, Prince. Thank God you mentioned about the killings, Check your screen for just a minute now, just 1 minute, and see Chinelo Megafu, the Dr. Chinelo Megafu, the dentist, killed on Kaduna Abuja Expressway. I'm sorry, Kaduna Abuja train bomb blast. She was being moved to her hometown for burial from Kaduna today. Just a minute silence. We can call that a minute silence while we watch this. It's a terrible situation, Baba.
Right there. I was just got the megaphone. It's being loaded right now onto the Irish Air plane to have final journey to Lagos. God, we thank you for the energy and the strength. I also pray you save your children in this country. And instead of giving them life, now bring death to them. Father, we pray you to be with the soul of our daughter, Chinelo Megapo, and give the family all the strength and fortitude that they need to stay strong in Jesus. Amen. Amen. Thank you, Lord. Goodbye. Farewell.
Prince Jejeman.
I can see this abomination. This is one of the abominations.
We are burying our best. We are burying our young, killed by terrorists that will never be punished. How is that comfortable with anyone?
No, at all. You see,
Go on, Prince. Everybody can hear you.
Okay, so Maiyegun, I want to talk about. I saw this soldiers beating on Moteko. I hope you saw it.
I saw that. I shared it too.
Lovely. You see, this is the confirmation that Nigerian soldier is working with this terrorist.
No doubt.
Because the Moteko is working on behalf of the state government. You know, who that are protecting the people's lives. And the soldier of Nigeria is confirmed that Abuja sent them to go and be beaten on Moteko. You know, that shows that the security of our people, Nigerian soldier is not even a soldier of the people anymore.
No.
I get it, you know. So I give it to that imam at Abuja. That's a imam. You know, that one speech I had him said. He said that even if it cost him his life, I is doing this for his generation to come. People yes, Sheikh Ali. That man is a man of God. He's a true man of God, because that is how a true man of God should always speak. Because if you are sure that your God is more powerful than anybody, you understand, and that God is what is leading you. You should not be afraid, even if they are going to kill you, because you know something that is behind you. You know the force that is behind you. And I use that to also address our Christian leaders in Nigeria, especially the Pentecostal. The Pentecostal, because among Pentecostals is where we have most of the problem, because of infiltrators of fake prophets that has taken the sin. Every room now is church. You know, all they're after is tithe and offering. They are not telling our people the danger that is everywhere. All these terrorists that are in our forest, that are riding Okada, that are driving all these Keke Marwa, they come in, they sponsor them, they buy all these bikes for them. Dangote is involved in all these things.
I get me, because down south.
His truck is what they are using to move them all over. And he thinks that they are going to be the people that will protect his refinery. When all these things, when the roof is coming down. You get what I mean?
I'm with you. Jejema, thank you, Baba, for our time. Go on. Sorry, quick one.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So what I'm saying is that Yoruba, Oduduwa nation now, Biafra nation now, no going back. We have made up our mind.
What's going to happen in London?
We have determined.
What's going to happen in London
tomorrow? Tomorrow we are storming down in street. We are there live and direct, and we are going to tell the UK government that this conspiracy of kidnapping of Nnamdi Kanu, because they are not speaking, it is an abomination. They should come out. They should come out clean, because Nnamdi Kanu is a British citizen, and his matter should be a headline. You know, the quietness is an abomination. All hail Oduduwa, all hail Biafra nation. Thank you, Maiyegun General.
Biafra. Prince, thank you.
Thank you so much, Maiyegun.
Have a good one. I have another caller on the line because we still have the time anyway. And thank you to everybody who has been shipping in their own contribution. I can see your donation now. It's jumping up again. Hello, sir. Or hello, ma.
Hello, Maiyegun.
Hello, sir.
God will continue to strengthen you.
Amen. Thank you.
Dr. Dan, sorry.
Dr. what? Sorry.
Dr. Dan.
Dr. Dan.
Yes. Latin America.
Lovely, sir. So everybody can hear you too, please.
So, we have buttress a point that you make Latin and con. Charity, that treat won't blow it. I'm a little finger cardinal. Oh, come on. Be that is so Marco machinery volley. But on your read the ministry in Godio's on táàmù ẹ̀ ti fẹ́ tán ó ń sọ boldly pé òun máa kó machineries wọlé láti finish gbogbo nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ once and for all nǹkan tí wèrè yẹn sọ nìyẹn but àwọn èèyàn wá like wọ́n ti ní mental block ẹnìkan sọ ní comment section pé lórí táwa fásitì ṣùgbọ́n mú mú báyìí mo sọ fún wọn nínú comment section mo ní pé mo mú wá sí zẹ̀ in fact àjòkò àrùn pákó Ìjẹ̀bú lọ́wọ́ because I don't know how on earth tí a fi gbà kí gbogbo kinní yìí ṣẹlẹ̀ wọ́n ṣe sọ ọ́ ní the last street tó wà nílẹ̀ Yorùbá tó wà lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ wọ́n ní Madam Fojo street ni wọ́n pè é the next one ti Atlantic Ocean kí ló ń ṣe wá báyìí gan-an gẹ́gẹ́ bí Yorùbá ṣé báyìí náà lórí wa kú
báyìí lẹ́rù bá wa tó náà ní tá àti ẹ̀dẹ̀ lè dìde sọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́ni bọ̀bí àwọn àgbààgbà ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ò lè dìde sọ̀rọ̀ ṣẹ́rù ló ń bà wọ́n ní àbórí ló kú ni. àwọn Yorùbá máa sọ pé ṣé àṣà pé kọ́mọdé má bàa ké kó máa fi kíní bàbá ẹ̀ ṣeré. àwọn Fúlàní tí ń fi ọtí tí kíní ti wá ṣeré báyìí. lójú wa àwọn dẹ̀ náà tó nǹkan kan ṣe. adẹ̀ ń wò I don't know adẹ̀ ń lọ pàtí wọ́n tún ibi tó rí wa kú dé wọ́n tún gbépo tún kúlù bọ̀ ìdíkiri. I don't know man ìyàwó mi ó fi kíní fídíò bọ̀bọ̀ Fúlàní kan tó ń bá màálù sùn ó fi wọ̀n mi. mi ò lè ṣe ẹ̀ fídíò. mo ti máa ń sọ fún láti jọ́ ẹ̀ mo ti máa ń sọ fún ìyàwó mi láti jọ́ ẹ̀ pé kí ni ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ ó máa sọ pé no fúnra rẹ̀ ló gbé fóònù wa bá mi lánàá tó ń gbé ìyá ẹ̀ wo kíní mo ní ṣé mo ti máa sọ fún un. ṣé irú àwọn èèyàn báyìí náà fẹ́ ká máa kájọ gbèlú papọ̀ we are tired kún fún wa ní referendum kí gbogbo wa ká sign petition kí kálukú máa lo kó jórúkọ fádà ẹ̀ kí kálukú máa lọ lé bàbá ẹ̀. it's so disheartening ẹ̀wọ̀n ọmọ tó ń gbé lọ yẹn ẹ̀wọ̀n ọmọ tó ń gbé lọ yẹn tó ń gbé bọ́ọ̀lù plane yẹn promising future. Cut life from Olomo, cut a short. Dentist Lomo, yeah, and she was
just like that.
22 or 23 or so.
One put to resign, to resume UK.
Mon concern, Omo ye Ola ni oba board the plane kokuro Nigeria. Ola Friday Ola. Where the plane to work, where the plane to my one and
can you imagine?
Well, what plane? Don't be lolly of
Can you imagine? Situation táwọn parents ẹ̀ máa wà àti táwọn family ẹ̀ máa wà ń sìn. Àwọn olórí burúkú kan àtẹnujẹ kan àwọn aṣọ pé kí n wà ní wọn Nàìjíríà pẹ̀lú wọn olórí burúkú yìí. Olórí burúkú kan aṣọ pé kí n má abuse àwọn bàbá kí bàbá tó wà nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. Àwọn bàbá àgbàyà tó ń tọ̀ lékiri.
Tó ń sọ fún wa pé ká ṣọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ ẹnu wa ẹ ṣọ́ ẹ̀rọ ẹnu ẹ̀yin ọmọ yìí lóòótọ́ a mọ̀ pé problem wa we are working on it ẹ ṣọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ ẹnu yín àwọn bàbá yẹn èpè lọ́rọ̀ wọn gbà no joke doctor.
Kí bàbá sẹ̀mú ti máa sọ fún òun youth pé kí youth lọ sẹ́ńtẹ́ kàkúlù fún gbogbo wọn.
Kàkúlù fún ọ o. Ẹ jẹ́ rántí bàbá ẹ sábọ̀ dùn kàkúlù fún wọn.
Kàkúlù fún gbogbo wọn. I don't understand. I don't know what's wrong with our people. Every day when I call home, I preach to them. I don't. With me, I say, kí ló dé tí wọ́n náà wálé. Màmá ní pé ó dà pé transformer ọpọlọ yìí ti blue. Ẹ̀mọ̀kọ́tẹ́ ń rò mọ́.
Èmi ni máa bá yín ṣe, èmi ni máa létí máa rán yín létí pé lọ́nà, níná, lọ́spítù, àwọn ọmọ yín lè lọ sùn, lè bọ́ra yín. So mo ti bá wálé ẹ̀ tó mọ̀.
Ibi tó ń sọ pé wọ́n ti dé wọ́n ní wọ́n pín iṣu lọ́jà ni àdán máa gé iṣu yẹn túbà iṣu kan wọ́n máa gé àwọn máa tà lẹ́yọ̀ kọ̀ọ̀kan ọdún ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ rí.
Máa gé sí méjì mẹ́ta ẹ máa pínra ẹ tó máa lọlé ó terrible gan sẹ́ẹ̀ no joke.
ìyá yẹn ti wá mú ìlẹ́wù so like you are so comfortable with that stupid life.
They adjust, that's what they do. They adjust, adapt. Oh, sad gone. Sir, doctor, thank you so much. I know.
All right,
keep doing what we are doing to keep ourselves informed enough so that we don't wait till Nigeria happen to us. At least we should know what is going on. I have another caller. I'm saying thank you to my donor because I can see the number changing and increasing. As we're having this chat on the side, some of you are bringing out your debit card, credit card, and you are hitting the link and you are making your own contribution. So thank you. I just thought I should mention that. I have somebody else on the line. Hello there.
Maiyegun Baba.
Yes, sir. How far?
Bola Loso, lot of Australia.
Amazing. And I think just the content I'm also Lily, you're the first time.
Oh, that's my third time, Lily.
It should be thought because Australia, I don't usually get callers from there, and kind of the name rings bell too. How are you tonight, Baba? Bola?
Yeah, I'm okay, Baba. And how are you?
Well, I'm here. I'm enjoying myself, talking to my friends. Yeah, and you are there enjoying yourself, watching me. So, what else can we ask for? We are learning, aren't we?
Actually, I just came back from work now. I only got 2 minutes to talk.
Oh, bless you. Use it. Nice.
As a youth, because there should be a challenges. I mean, or what they call maybe a challenge, or what they call people are doing the video and posted it. Right. All the youth, as a youth, just make sure pick up your phone and put yourself on video. Just started cursing these people. I want to tell you that wow, at the Chile you want from alone jaro baby shen power yi gbogbo bi ton ba wa ki nkan tí ò dànù kó máa fún wọn lépè every day
wọn lọ́tùn lósì
kẹ́ kan máa fi pè lọ́tùn lósì kẹ́ kan máa fi pè ràn wọ́n lọ́wọ́ tí kò jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ ẹ máa rí àwọn gan àwọn nígbà tí mi tọmọ wọn bá tó bá jáde kún lé tó bá gbọ́ kọ́ọ̀lù fọmọ ẹ ti kú wọn máa ronú padà because àwọn people yìí wọn already láti ṣe anything fún Nàìjíríà ẹnu wọn dẹ̀ rí wa bí wípé a kì í ṣe èèyàn bí pé ẹranko ni àwọn youth or the other people except the people that àwọn tó ń pera wọn ní leaders.
àwọn tó súnmọ́ wọn nìkan.
so lọ́jọ́ wo la tó fẹ́ kúrò lóko ẹrú láti jọ́ tán ti bí mi ò kí n tó kúrò Nàìjíríà mo kúrò Nàìjíríà 2006 bó kí n tó kúrò bẹ́ẹ̀ bó ṣe wà ní ìrògùn tiẹ̀ tó ti wá pọ̀ sí bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ ní. ẹ wo Australia tí mo wà yìí tí flood bá wà ẹ máa rí àwọn tí gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì ti ní bí almost be 5 billion ó fi máa support everybody. tó bá jẹ́ pé Nàìjíríà tí àwọn máa kówó yẹn sápò ara wọn ní full citizen wọ́n máa pín lápò ara wọn ṣé báyìí fẹ́ leave nìyẹn. I'm calling on all Nigerian youth at this time. They should stand up. Látọ̀la lọ́wọ́ gbọ́dọ̀ máa block gbogbo road yẹn. Ipe for now kò tiẹ̀ sí nǹkan tí everybody fẹ́ gbọ́ mọ́ lẹ́yìn ká ba owó everything jẹ́. Because wọ́n làwọn ò fẹ́ kú wọ́n sì ń kú náà ni.
ọ̀dẹ̀ ń pa wọ́n.
ẹ wo àwọn Boko Haram àwọn Boko Haram ò tí bẹ̀rẹ̀ omi lè parọ́ fún yín.
àní nǹkan tó sọ ni wọ́n làwọn tí bẹ̀rẹ̀ pé Buhari mọ nǹkan táwọn fẹ́ àwọn kan release man yìí torí àgbàlagbà ni àti pé Ramadan la wà tí Ramadan bá tán Naija ẹ gbúrò ẹ rò pé làwọn bá ń ṣe.
ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ wò mo rí secret àwọn tó ń pè ní Fulani yìí last time tí mo lọ sí Naija. ṣé ẹ mọ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí mi èmi àtọmọ mi la lọ sí Naija bẹ̀ẹ́dì jù pọ̀ mọ́ mi ò ní passport Nàìjíríà mo apply for Nigerian passport wọn ò fún wa ní Nigerian passport ok mo kàn gbọ́mọ mi fò lọ sí Naija bẹ́ẹ̀ with Australian passport. ìgbà tí mo dé Naija àwọn Haúsá ló gba passport yẹn lọ́wọ́ mi o passport ọmọ mi wọ́n wá fojú mi rí wọ́n kọ́kọ́ ní pé kí n lọ ṣe passport Nàìjíríà fún ọmọ mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ torí pé mo ń lọ sí Ìbàdàn mo dé Ìbàdàn ẹ̀gbọ́n mi wà ní gate ní Ìbàdàn ẹ̀gbọ́n mi ìkàlẹ̀ ẹ̀gbọ́n mi ń dúró sí application ọmọ mi Haúsá náà lọ gbé fún Haúsá jókòó sí ilé ẹ̀gbọ́n mi ń jókòó sí ẹ̀gbọ́n mi ti wà ní immigration kan tó bí mi ẹ̀yìn màá jẹ́ ẹ̀gbọ́n mi sì ń jókòó sí Haúsá tó ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ Fulani tó ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ nílé ló ń jókòó sí ok wọ́n gbé mi kúrò ibẹ̀ wọ́n tún gbé mi lọ sí Èkó wọ́n ní pé kí n lọ apply lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ipe kò sí paper mu ìgbà tí mo débẹ̀ Yorùbá ni mo mọ̀ pé kó bá mi ṣe application Haúsá ló refuse Fulani ló refuse ọmọ mi kóhùn lè fún ní passport nǹkan yẹn wá gbé passport yẹn ó wá lọ gbé document yẹn ó lọ gbé fún another Fulani ọwọ́ níwájú ọlọ́tẹ̀ òkè pàjọ ìrọ ìṣẹ́jú mi ni Fulani yẹn ṣe sign ní application kan reject ẹ̀gbọ́n mi dẹ̀ gbé padà lọ fún Haúsá yẹn ó dẹ̀ snap ọmọ mi lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀. nígbà tá a tún dé Muritala padà náà kọ́ Haúsá náà ni mo tún bá Fulani mo tún bá. àwọn kan wá jókòó wọ́n ní pé Nàìjíríà làwọn fẹ́. àwọn tó bá ní Nàìjíríà làwọn fẹ́ mi ò kí má ṣépè fún wọn lénìí ó máa mú wọn o. ó máa mú wọn. The worst thing is that tó bá fẹ́ jẹ́ kí àwa tá a wà lábúrò kí everybody wá sílé káwá dojú everything we are ready. ilé òun sọ rere mákùnjọ kan náà la máa kú bàbá So everybody, Baba, we are just joking. I'm serious, we joking.
Sure. Thank you.
Now, ready, last Cherry. So much mad DB 6-7 months. People, idiot here don't play the phone government. Baba, our people have to take over. And meanwhile, there's nothing we can do anymore.
That is why we are doing what we are doing now, to keep everybody awake and at the same time defend ourselves, which is the ultimate at the end. So thank you so much, Bola. Let me take another course too. It's actually a pleasure. From Australia. That's a distance, man. Nice hearing from you. Stay safe, eh?
Thank you.
Nice one. Thanks, man. That's a Bola. Bola Niyelati, Australia. A long trip, I'll say. Hello there. I don't know if I got that, by the way. I have somebody on my screen, which, hello.
Yeah. Hello, Maiyegun.
Oh, hello, sir. Finally connected.
In fact, yeah, this is Oluwashina from Texas. I want to bless you today, and I like where the conversation is tending towards. Last week, any kind of investigation from, about our waterways.
Yes.
From Badagry to Ondo, Maiyegun. So that one, when Yoruba leaders, Yoruba elders, afẹ́fẹ́ ó fún lórí ẹ̀kọ́ sí òkú gbogbo máa ṣe o. So mo ń pé Aboki Hausa Fulani ló wà ní ìjáde òkú waterways wa fún wádà bàlá kiri.
Òun ni Minister of Water, which is in charge of waterways.
Gbogbo FPA, airport o, seaport o, everything. Even to the more border, everywhere. What were our leaders looking at? Olórí burúkú wọn àwa la wà pẹ̀lú Awólọ́wọ̀ ní 1916 èmi mo bọ́ lọ́dúgà lọ́wọ́ ní 1840 nígbà tí wọ́n bí queen mo wà níbi queen yẹn àwa la wà ní ìjàjẹ́.
Àwọn story rádaràda tí ò rà bàtà tí ò rà.
Àwọn story wèrè akadékù tọ́jọ́ economy on Aboki's hand. Ṣé mo lẹ́nu ìfẹ́ ṣe ẹ̀kọ́ kan bí go to immigration office? When I went to Atlanta, Georgia, Timolori, new passport, now. Aboki lọ́gà àwọn bí Aboki ló wà bẹ́ẹ̀ gbogbo ọ́fíìsì ẹ̀dá fún mi lórúkọ ẹ̀ tó rán fún mi lórúkọ bàbá kan Mohammed àti kíkẹ́ lórúkọ ẹ̀ Aboki ni. Ṣé bí ní Nàìjíríà nílùú wa Aboki tún ni go to all the ministry gbogbo ọ̀gá pátá Aboki ni àti nìkan tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ ní port tẹ́lẹ̀ tó sọ fún mi. Most of àwọn tó wà port yẹn gbogbo àwọn tó wẹ̀ ti Aboki gbogbo wọn náà máa wá ṣiṣẹ́ wọn wá sí ìkòríjọ mọ́tì oníbàárà wọn ti gbé flight wọn lọ sí Kano bó ṣe ń ṣe nìyẹn. Can you imagine what were the so-called Yoruba leaders of our olórí kúkú wa?
Wọ́n fẹ́ jẹ president, wọ́n fẹ́ jẹ minister, wọ́n fẹ́ gba contract.
Àwa la wà níta ti Yorùbá, kò sẹ́ni tó lè sọ fún mi, àwa la wà pẹ̀lú Awólọ́wọ̀. Wọ́n máa ń ṣe Awólọ́wọ̀, gbogbo ẹ̀rọ ajé ilẹ̀ Yorùbá pátápátá, they finish everything. Everything. Bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn sọ wípé Newport international kọ́ níbi free trade zone yẹn ní àjẹ́ àti lẹ́kì yeah, he said they have not hoped to do it, but already Dangote is operating there, and Dangote is bringing a lot of things, through that side.
Ẹ jẹ́ sáré coming bẹ́ẹ̀, right? For àwọn èèyàn wa tí wọ́n bá ní idea nǹkan tó ń lọ gangan ṣe get. Dangote ìjọba kan ní South West o. Shemosha, anything Dangote is a government on its own in Southwest. Sharing Kotono on build the Sekoye. What he imports hundreds, if not thousands of Fulanis. That currently, one of them was theory to a refinery. One up with to provide the security for refinery. Security against who? Security for who? Share Yoruba people, hostile people ni to Sheko Fulani provide security. What happened to the Nigerian military? The Nigerian police? Baba, nǹkan tó ṣì wà wájú nù yóò bá tó bá láì díẹ̀ ẹ̀ ni wọn ni máa jump up for 2023. I swear to God.
Báwo ló ṣe máa mú ẹni tó jẹ́ wípé kò ń ṣe security personnel ẹ̀ máa fún wa báwo ló máa dìbẹ́ di refinery? So what is the game plan? Kí ló ń ṣe àwọn people? Now, hold on, Maiyegun. Kí gbogbo àwọn yóò ti máa gbọ́ sí àtúnwò Yorùbá people. Are you people mad or something? Nígbà tí bàbá tó yàgbẹ́ káàkiri lẹ́kọ̀ọ́. Ọjà jó ní àrùn àkúngbọ̀n, ọjà jó lóṣòdì, ọjà jó ní Toyota, ọjà jó ní káàkiri. Ó ti ẹ̀ sọ bí kò gbọ́. ó dẹ̀ máa lọ sí north every time wà lọ donate 50 million. The money that you make from Yoruba land.
Have you money ritual? Don't give them more than 50 million. Every time you go out, you must spend 50 million. But Tinubu sharing in here now at all.
And you made this money from
Yoruba land. You stole it from the Yoruba people.
You stole it. Oh my God, for the boy. That is the word. You stole the money from Lagos, from the Yoruba people.
From the Yoruba
and you took it to kill it. I don't know around. I want to tell you, I'm asking you again. What were the so-called Afenifere? I'm so sorry. It's in 1920. Out of one penny. What were they doing? So they go to Yoruba. Thank God for Sunday go. Don't do everybody. Don't take loud to everybody.
God bless you.
God bless you. Thank you.
And you too. So thank you so much. I love this. So I can continue. Thank you to my donors. We have just £10 to get to take it to 32,000 on that screen. So you can be that person who do that. You can add your £10 and then we can be 32,000. I have a caller. Hello there, sir. Sir.
Maiyegun Baba.
Yes, sir.
Báwo ni my brother?
Adúpẹ́ o. Báwo ni sir?
Ẹ kú iṣẹ́.
Àwa nìyẹn.
Adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run. I've been missing some, I've been missing that for some time.
Service, yeah. Don't get used to that.
Yes.
But you know one thing about our service here is that it is lovely to be part of the congregation when we are live. It's different vibes, right? But even if you miss, you can always watch it again as well. That's the advantage.
Yes. You trust me, I do that all the time. Yeah. Maiyegun.
Yes, sir.
Kò yé wọn, yóò yé wọn lọ́la. Sórí àfitá bá fẹ́ parọ́ fúnra wa gẹ́gẹ́ bí princess yẹsọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan. Wọ́n ti gbalẹ̀ Yorùbá. Wọ́n ti gbà àfi Ọlọ́run nìkan. Ṣé o rántí ọ̀rọ̀ bàbá Maiyegun?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
The man said pé 2022 ni wọ́n fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ogun yẹn. $1 million tí Buhari kó lọ sí Afghanistan wọ́n lọ fi kó nǹkan ogun wa ni. Wọ́n mercenary tí Kaduna Little Finger ń sọ wọ́n ti kó wọn wọlé already. My brother, wọ́n ti kó wọn wọlé already. Mo wo program what's this guy's name? A couple of days ago. What is his name? This Ekiti guy. Is it Ekiti? Maluka. Mo wo program mine some days ago. This guy said we own travel láti Badagry all the way waterways go on travel pé ẹkún gbọ̀n òun ni. Pé òun sunkún ni pé àwọn people to the extent pé this Dangote refinery ó ní gbogbo àwọn tó wà ń bẹ̀ dì Fúlàní pé wọ́n jẹ́ káwọn wọlé. Pé refinery yẹn ó ti ń ṣe skeletal job, wọ́n ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́ ń bẹ̀, wọ́n ti ń kó crude oil wa wọ́n bẹ̀. Bọ̀bọ́ ìlú òun rìn mo wo kíní yẹn ọmọ mi lè sọ̀rọ̀ mọ́ mo kàn lánàá kalẹ̀ ni pé báwo la ṣe fẹ́ ṣe tó ti tó yìí? Báwo la ṣe fẹ́ ṣe? Sójà ń jáde wọ́n wọ Nigerian military wọ́n na Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn nítorí màálù.
Olójú wa a dẹ̀ sọ pé kò tí ì sógun ò tí ì dé danger ò ì dé. Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn tó yẹ kó Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn ṣiṣẹ́ wọn sójà náà wọ́n return cows yẹn padà fáwọn àbókí yẹn and then you know what, everybody continue the same way. How can you say nothing is going on? Like how can you?
Bàbá mi ló máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ kan pé tó parí á ní mo wo ibi tí ìyá máa jẹ lára gbogbo àwọn tó pera wọn ní leaders tó ń rò pé àwọn ló lè gbé fly kí káwọn sálọ tó bá yá. Maiyegun kò sẹ́ni tó níbi eré.
Everybody ló máa jẹ
Kò
breakfast.
sẹ́ni tó níbi eré o. Everybody máa jẹ breakfast wọn. Wọ́n á jẹ àjẹyó. The Fulanization agenda.
It's so obvious now anyway. Ẹnì kọ́kọ́ tẹ̀ ẹ́ lè tọ̀ mí mọ́. Ẹnì kan ò lè sọ mi pé mo overreact ni. Overreact o. Tó bá sọ Fulanization agenda. Tọ́yọ̀ kan bá sọ pé overreact. Don't believe them o. You are not overreacting o. React. We want more of that reaction.
ó wà glaring gidi. Àjókòó síbẹ̀ yẹn wọn instead ká ṣe ohun tó yẹ kó ṣe wọ́n lọ olórí burúkú Sanwó-Olú ó lọ gbọ́wọ́ MC Olúọmọ sókè wọ́n ti fi jẹ kinní kan nonsense.
So
nonsense.
It is well. Thank you so much.
My brother.
I think round up now. Our time is almost up, by the way.
Okay.
But again, let me just quickly take this last call, and that will be us tonight. Thank you so much.
Good.
So I have one last call to take. My time is gone, and I know many people want to be part of this. Unfortunately, we don't have enough time. So let me take this last one. Hello there.
Hello, my brother. God bless you.
Hello, ma. I've been looking for a lady to come and give us a closure. You happen to be that our lady, ma. How are you?
Oh, thank you. God bless you.
You too. Amen. So here we go, ma.
Nàìjíríà yẹn ti lọ lọ́gbọ̀n tàbí mọ́tò elépo.
Yeah.
Bí ìgbà tí ọkọ̀ táǹkà tó laná nígbà. Ìlú yẹn ti laná gbọ̀ngà bí ọkọ̀ táǹkà elépo.
Bí ó dẹ̀ jóná tọ́kọ̀ ní
stop. Àti ọkọ̀ táǹkà elépo bá laná. Kí ló fẹ́ ṣe sí? Ṣé wọ́n fẹ́ bomi pa ni? Àgàgà ní Nàìjíríà. Ó laná ó máa kẹ́rù gbẹ̀yìn ní lásìlá. Gbogbo wa la ti mọ̀ wípé àwọn tó sọ pé àwọn wà níjọba terrorist ní gbogbo wọn.
Obviously.
And that is why they were supporting these people. These people that are terrorizing the whole country. They never get punished. They never get apprehended. Nothing. It's like they give them this pat on the back. Exactly. Well done. Good job. Àwa wí tán egbere inú igbó tó fún rẹ̀ ní Kaduna little finger. Kìnní kan tó kógò sójú bí ẹja kóté yẹn. Ìyẹn tún lòun lọ kọ́ àwọn kan wá. Ṣé nígbà tó ń kọ́ àwọn tó wà níbẹ̀ tán dá wà ní láti dẹ̀. Àwọn wo ló kún wọn wá sí sáré?
Àwọn náà ni.
Nígbà náà ni ìyí tó wá ń pariwo pé àwọn tó ń lọ kọ́ àwọn kan wá yìí. Wọ́n fẹ́ wá kún wọn wá láti fi kún àwọn tó wà nílẹ̀ ní kò sí nǹkan méjì. Àwọn múra ogun. Àwọn tó kùn múra 2023 àwọn òpònú ayírádà. Wọ́n múra 2023 ọ̀hún. Ta ló sọ fún wọn pé 2023 wọn election máa wà? Kán jí àtẹ̀yí tó ń ṣe sàárà káàkiri bí ẹni tó ń fi ṣe èpè. Kíní gíẹ́gíẹ́ ṣojú bí ẹja àpótẹ́ yẹn tó ń wò ràìràì. Bí olóńgbò tó jáde nínú àpò. Ó ní máa yẹn ti dàrú. Máa yẹn ń fún mi ní ẹ̀fọ́rí. Gbogbo wọn tó ń pariwo 2023 -1 day. Ojú gbogbo wa ló máa ṣe.
Another 24
hours. Ṣé àwọn tó ti another 24 hours wọ́n máa yọ kúrò. One by one. Ogún ọdún bọ̀ wá kọ̀la.
That's right.
Ní ìgbà tí wọ́n kó gbogbo wèrè wọn tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní ṣe up and down. Tí àwọn pípì tí wọ́n ti kó àwọn ọmọ ogun wọn káàkiri. Táwọn kan ń gbé agbádá sí agbádá tó ń ṣe 2023. Babianla 2023. Ṣé ibi táwọn eléyìí ti bá ṣẹ́ dé? Ṣé ọ̀sán pọ́n fẹ́ kúrò ńbẹ̀ ni?
Rí débẹ̀.
Àwọn òpònú. Ìtọ́ yẹ kó fi jí kí gbogbo wọn jọ máa tọ̀ sójú kan kó lè hó ṣọ̀ṣọ̀ṣọ̀. Ipe ibi tí wọ́n pọ́n sí wàdé ó tó gẹ́ ọmọlẹ́sì. Wọ́n kúkú fẹ́ wọn kọ̀ nítorí ariwo eléyìí tí Yorùbá tó ti mẹ́nu lé. Ó ti dìgbé tẹnumọ́ bí ogun.
Kò sóye èèyàn tó lè pa tó máa stop mọ́ ọ̀ǹtì tí Yorùbá nation bá happen. Ọ̀ǹtì tí Biafra bá happen. Ta ló wá ń tan who is
eléyìí tí ó ti di dandan. Ó ti di dandan ti di. Because níbi tí a jọ mu dé káláyé ìgbà kan ni wọ́n ti ní ẹ̀yìn ẹ̀ dákẹ́ because wọn ò rí eléyìí sọ ẹ̀ dákẹ́.
Kò easy láti stop eléyìí náà.
So wọn ò lè sọ ẹ̀ dákẹ́ ṣé àwọn tó wà ń dá àfúrà nọ́mbà wa sọ fún pé kọ́ dákẹ́ gbogbo ọ̀sán tó láti stop ẹ̀ kò possible. The fight is just not working. And ẹjọ́ kí a tó kúrò Èkìtì ẹjọ́ ẹ bá wa polówó ẹ̀. Èkìtì kíní kí wọ́n gbé lọ sí court on the 13th ni. So káwọn èèyàn kan jọ kán gbò. wọ́n ti fún wọn ní date.
April
13th. wọ́n lọ gbọ́dájọ́ on the 13th.
That's going to be like Monday or Tuesday, Connie.
Good Wednesday. Next week,
Wednesday. Yeah, that's brilliant. Ajeka, I also found when you were then. Thank you for bringing that up, by the way. Thank you, ma.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Nice night.
Ọlọ́run á mú wa délẹ̀ lérí. Eléyìí tá a jọ wà yìí, ó ti ṣẹ. Ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ti dúró.
Ṣé kò ti ṣẹ? Thanks, ma. I like
it. Ó
that.
ti ṣẹ. Ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ti dúró.
Thanks a lot, ma. Kenny, nice evening, Shegbo. So I'm updated some other time again, and it's a pleasure having you. Okay, you have a good evening, ma. So there we go. This is what we're going to call that's what we're going to call the shorts or draw the curtains on this program tonight. I kind of forgot about the accident of the ghastly accident that Goodluck Egbere Jolantan was involved in. Remember that Goodluck Egbere Jolantan has been romancing with Buhari and so many other members of his murderous regime. However, just yesterday, there is a report that came that Goodluck Egbere Jolantan was involved in a ghastly motor accident in Abuja, where 2 of his own aides died. But we don't know if Jonathan was in the convoy or if Jonathan just escaped or not, but he's already uploaded the image of himself, not in the hospital, not with bandage, not with anything. He was smiling, taking picture. Are they all right? Some people are now saying, Abi, they won't make accident look like, they won't make assassination look like an accident. Kill him, just kill the guy. Maybe finally, apart from sending him out of Asshole Rock, now that they are telling him that he should get ready and come back, and with all other political permutations that they are putting together inside the Asshole Rock. So which one we say, maybe they come on kill Jonathan? Oh boy, 2 people died, driving with Jonathan yesterday. So we don't know. People have told us that there will be assassination attempts. Some of them will look like an accident. Some of them will look like a kidnapping gone wrong. At the end of the day, you realize later that they are state-sponsored. Politicians, prominent people are going to be killed. Some of them are going to be killed and blamed on different groups who are asking that Nigeria should have a referendum or break up, right? So you should all be prepared. This is the moment that... you remember late Mailafia, Obadia Mailafia. He said they will do everything. They will start assassination, political assassination, individual assassination. They will make them look like an accident to trigger further ethnic tension, religious tension. All of this to finally trigger a civil war in Nigeria. Late Mailafia is dead. But all is said and all that are happening today, they are pointing to that. And you can't say it's a conspiracy theory, okay? Just a flashy conspiracy theory. It is deeper than that. The conspiracy is deeper. And the players are known. Don't be a victim before you will review this or be part of those who said, kill Nigeria before Nigeria kill you. Which means referendum, not war. The conversation around a new constitution and the referendum, that clause that they didn't allow to be added to that independence clause in 1960 from 1958. This generation can make a change of that. We can't all live like we are condemned. Like, that's it. We are done for. We don't have any choice. That's it. That's how we're going to live. That's how we're going to die. Our children are just have to live like this. No. There are many of us who can say no, just because our children will not have to do this. That's why we are doing what we are doing. Raise the awareness, continue to go on to the physical presence of the advocacy, go on and on and on and on until we liberate our minds, because the enslavement, the slavery we are talking about, political, religious, or otherwise, this whole thing are psychological, they are in our head. If we can unite enough to enlighten minds, open them up, allow them to reason enough, even though if the system has managed to destroy them, condition them, and make them unable to actually reason right. What we are doing right now, we are doing what is called the liberation of the mind. It is much more important than the physical reform that many of you are talking about. That's what we are doing. The mindset of the people that has been so blackened, pushed to a dark place by this experience of a trauma, abuses, assault from the system, and those who are supposed to protect you in that system. All the trauma and everything will make it difficult for you to agree that you deserve a better life somewhere else. You deserve something better, or the thought of having something better, and the thought of getting something better, and the thought of, in fact, fighting for something better are so far away from the places where these politicians and these rogues have pushed the majority of Nigerians into a very dark place. It is only message of light, message of hope that will shed and give a pathway to those living in that dark place psychologically to come out of that dark place, raising right and reject what is killing them, which is Nigeria. It's not going to be, it's a thankless job. It is not going to be an easy one. But listen, I didn't tell you that it's going to be easy. I didn't tell you, and I'm not telling you right now that this journey, advocacy, repetitive, and all of that, I am not telling you that it's going to be easy. But what I'm telling you and assuring you of is that it is going to be worth it. Take the baton, carry your cross, follow us now. We deserve better, and we know how to get better. When people say they want it, they will get it. If you can think it, you can do it. That's the spirit, especially everywhere you see them talking about the degenerated, disjointed, and unfair contraption called Nigeria. It is a legitimate ask that they have decided to criminalize. They pay terrorists and they jail activists. You can change that. Don't justify it, because whether you like it or not, if nothing is done, it is going to be your turn too. And as it is always turn by turn Nigeria Limited. All right? So tomorrow, we expect Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be in court. And tomorrow will be the day that maybe these criminals would have eventually succumbed to the sense of reasoning. You can't hold a man that has committed no crime. You can't kill a man or jail a man that is asking for a referendum. Nothing you do, an ideology like this doesn't go away. Remember that always. Guns, bloodbath, massacre, genocide, ethnic cleansing, and every other thing you can come up with. They can't kill an ideology like this. Negotiation, conversation, communication, and at the same time, not high-handedness will eventually bring a path of peace. Kill them, burn their houses, jail them, exile them. It is an ideology. Biafra, Yoruba nation. It is an ideology that every action you mitigate against them is always going to be in their favor. But guess what? Last, Nigeria will break. And eventually those who are holding on to Nigeria now, they're going to ask themselves, why have we held on to Nigeria this long when we could have broken it up a long time ago to save the lives of those that have been lost in that contraption held in the jugular by the terrorists who have taken over government? I wish you well. Make or do with whatever you like. Do with whatever you like with this information. Do whatever you like with this information. I have done my part. Everybody has done their part. And tomorrow is another day. Don't leave this chat without dropping your offerings. It is just a case of appreciation, responsibility as a member of the Temple of Truth. And if you haven't really liked or subscribed onto my channel, well, maybe tonight's broadcast could probably make some difference on you. You can still stay back and you won't miss the next one. And if you are just joining us, you can start watching from the beginning again. Skip where you think, nah, I want to hear the next one. It's all up to you. I'll see you some other time. Good night to all my callers, contributors, and all my donors. You did so greatly well tonight. And I think it is the ideal thing to tell you, where did we get to? We started from the 31,590, which we can say 31,600. Now, as you are watching this broadcast, as we are rounding up now, we have managed to raise the fund further to 32,120. All right. So to all of you who are watching this, remember, this 32,000 you are seeing on your screen, we've already expended more than 60% to 70% of that money. And meanwhile, it doesn't mean that that's exactly what they will give to us. There are charges that comes with, there are charges that comes with us using the platform. There are charges that comes with them processing all the donation to make sure that they are not fraudulent. And at the same time, there are charges from, just those two charges, so to say, right? So eventually, they don't give us everything. but they give us something substantial that we can always work with. To all of you who turned up tonight, as usual, thank you and God bless you. So I'm so grateful to every one of us, and I'm going to see us some other time. Until then, stay safe. Okay, let me show you. That's the screen, by the way, so that you know. This is where we are. In the last 1 hour that we started to add our donation, we have now added over 600, hang on, we have added over 500 pounds. 530 pounds is what we raised tonight. And thank you to every one of you who chipped that in tonight. So I'm going to see you some other time. Stay safe and good night to all of you, my friends.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Presido bá rúfin o. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Igbó nìna kówó jẹ. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lé ibo níṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́. Ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà. àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì o ẹ̀yin bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ̀rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.